right. All right. So we are live right now. We're about to do a paranormal investigation at the Adventurers Club. This place, the first time I went there, it's totally haunted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And we are going live. What are we going live at? We're going live at
Both on TikTok and on Instagram.
Boom.
Yep.
There you go.
So I think this is the place, but it's I don't know. It's got the bars. Ooh. And hope this isn't it. Got it.
I mean, it feels haunted already. So
Let's go. Are we supposed to meet someone here?
yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Adventure Club.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
How have you been?
That's awesome.
Long time no see.
Yeah, thanks for letting us here. This is, I mean, tell us about this place. Thank you so much, first
no
of all.
problem.
Thank you so much for letting us come in here and do the first paranormal investigation here ever. I mean, Jack, this is cool stuff. This is what...
I'm excited.
This is what I'm totally stoked on, you know? Tell me a little about this place.
So you're at the Adventurers Club of Los Angeles here. I'm the president, and you know those of us who kind of hang out when the club's not filled with people, you know, obviously haunted, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's nobody comes in here and said like, you know, you can hang out, keep all the lights on and everything, and work for a while, but when it starts getting late, you're like, I need to go home now. So
Makes sense.
I appreciate you guys coming out and have some experts out to actually take a look and do an investigation. So I'd love to show you guys around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hell yeah. And have you ever experienced anything here?
There's been a couple, you know, obviously like when I'm working, like I'm one of those guys that like if I hear something, I'm like, all right, it's time to leave, you know, you know, so you hear stuff in other rooms. The craziest thing I saw was actually on the security cameras. We were, you know, I just got like a motion alert or whatever.
Really?
And there was like a camera motion alert and I went on and it was like a giant crash, right? And I'm like, oh, man, like there was an earthquake and like stuff's all over the place, right?
Yeah.
Like it was like the camera rattled and the noise was significant. And I called like some other members of the board and I said, hey, you know, like there's probably something jacked up. So just be prepared when you come in, get in a little bit early and we're gonna have to clean something up. And we came in and there was nothing out of place.
Where's the camera?
Right in that president's hall over there.
Can you show us where the crash you think was?
Well, I don't know.
Right.
Like, it's just on the camera, and it was a loud crash. Like I've never.
Could you show me where the camera's
Yeah,
located?
sure.
All
Yeah.
right, we're getting the tour.
I mean, that's right there.
Adventurers Club in LA, and it's haunted. You can just tell.
So this is the president's hall, right? This has pictures of all of our past presidents on the wall,
Oh wow.
and there's a camera up in that corner.
Okay.
And basically, that thing rattled, and it sounded like a bookcase fell over or something.
Really?
And like it shook, and I'm like, okay, well, and I'm looking at the camera, and there's nothing in here. I'm like, so maybe something in the attic, or maybe something in the AV room. But you know, it was enough to be like, this is going to be a pain in the butt when I come in. What is it? And then nobody could find anything wrong with the place.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Were those there when that happened?
What's that?
The muskets you have there?
Oh yeah.
Are those original Enfields and Springfields?
I can't tell you. You know, the barrels have been plugged.
Okay.
You know, like all the weapons that we have in here have been demilitarized. Kind of like a.
Like this too. This has been demilitarized.
Well, not the spears. I mean, the
Popping.
spears still work.
Do they have the tip at the end that has the poison? That's
We do have some poison darts laying around here, which is crazy because like my kids find them,
yeah.
and I'm like, oh, that's like an actual poison dart.
Put that back.
Oh, here they are. Yeah,
Oh yeah. Jeez.
yeah. See, like we got all this stuff that's just like sitting around. So these are, you know, if you know anything about poison darts, they're not actually supposed to have like the fletching on them pre-done, but I guess that one of these
Got those at Papua New Guinea, I'm sure.
one of these has like black tip on it somewhere in there.
Wow.
But yeah.
I mean, when you look at these, it's not. These items here are from not just anyone. They're from explorers bringing stuff back, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
So the Adventurers Club of Los Angeles is 100 years old, right? So the first members that came into this organization, they were, in the 20s, right? So they were adventurers in the 20s. You're founded by this guy, Jack Rulak.
Where's
Right in the middle there.
this dude?
That guy.
He's like, let me take you on an adventure.
Yeah, he was the original. So he was born in 1893.
That's when adventuring, like, to those places were like
It
serious.
was dangerous.
Yeah. And is this the kind of place that when they would mount the offensive, they would come here and they would actually, manage it here, that put out the maps here.
Yeah.
This is a place where they got together and
We've always been dedicated to like sharing stories,
Yeah.
and along with that is logistics and planning, right? So this is where you can come and meet people who've done it, and learn how to do it successfully, and what the ins and outs are, make lots of connections here, and that persists to this day. Like if you want to go somewhere in the world and you show up here, you're going to find someone that can help you out.
how many members altogether have there ever been?
So I believe we just inducted 1,255
Altogether,
1255.
ever?
Yeah,
How
Wow.
many are active right now?
about 150.
That's it.
Yeah,
This is exclusive club.
it's a pretty exclusive club.
How do you get in?
So you got to know someone, you got to show up to the meetings, and you got to get to know people, and then someone will offer you an application at some point.
Right, so you have to be
Wow.
an adventurer. You have to
Yes.
be an adventure traveler. You have
Yeah.
to be kind of ballsy too,
Yeah.
or you have to
And
put
we have a pretty extensive application process. Like you go through and you submit your application, you submit your references. Every reference gets called, right? And someone from the club has a conversation
This
with
is
them.
like old
Yeah.
school, like Moose Lodge, like a special handshake and
And
everything.
then you come in, you do an interview in front of a board, and they make a recommendation.
I see.
Yeah.
I see this room here. Come on now, let's get into it.
Yeah, let's.
Oh wait,
Real quick, the reason I was saying that is you said that there was a loud boom and then it was like this was shaking. All I could wonder if this has residual energy on it, if these were actually used or if they're replicas, and that's the one thing I kind of wanted to look at. I won't touch them or anything, but there's
You
like,
can touch them.
okay. I just wanted to take a look. There would be stuff on the barrels. Yep, right there. Okay. Well, this one is... That one is an Enfield, I believe. U.S. military. And I believe that one is either Civil War or War of 1812, but I'm going to go Civ War with the flintlock here. What do you mean?
I did a message and then.
Yep, when you do a message, when you leave that, you drop everything.
So I have to start over.
Yeah.
Oh God, really?
Yeah.
That sucks. Sorry. That sucks.
It's okay, I got us on TikTok.
We're back.
Get me back, all right? Can you?
Yep. Yeah, hold on. Hold on, guys. Yeah, if you hop out of there,
Don't do it.
don't do it. Yeah. So,
Come on back.
yeah, those are real. So, I mean, because they have.
Sorry, guys. There was an interruption. We're back. We're at the
Adventurers Club of Los Angeles.
event. Tell me about it.
Adventurers Club of Los Angeles.
That's really
And
cool.
we're just getting started on the tour.
I'm ready to go to the next
All
room,
right,
though.
so this is our main meeting hall, right? And check this out in here. So big, large room, and I don't know. There's a couple things to notice about this. So our club's 100 years old, right? Or 103, somewhere around there. We were formed in the 20s, 22 or 21, depending. But we weren't always here. We moved here about 30 years ago, and before we were here, this was a Masonic lodge. So you notice, like, they still got the north, south, east, west like places, and they normally have the Grand Mason or whatever sit up.
Master of the Lodge.
The masters, that sit up at the different places. But they moved out, right? They consolidated some lodges, and we moved in, and we brought all our stuff that we'd been collecting for, at that point, like 75 years,
Nice.
right? So,
Right away, this is a mammoth tusk, right?
yes,
Honey.
a skull and tusk.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
So pretty wild. And this was collected by one of our members and donated to the club, again, back in like the 20s and stuff,
you could do that.
when you could still do it.
Get it even back. You see how it looks at the top? It looks like they used to think of Cyclops when they found this in Greece and stuff.
Oh, yeah?
They used
Yeah,
to
it
think
does, huh?
that it was a Cyclops, supposedly. If anyone out there,
I do have to say this is gonna be a fun investigation tonight because there are so many faces looking at us, and it's not like spirit faces. I'm like looking around. I'm like, oh, hi, bear.
Yeah, bear. Yeah. You see the howler monkey in there, and
Oh yeah.
you know, all these. Yeah, there's a lot of taxidermy. So adventure used to be, part of exploration. We definitely have trophies in here that people just shot because they were bagging trophies. But originally, people did taxidermy because it was scientific, right? Like you didn't have good cameras, so if you wanted to study an animal, you kind of had to shoot it and
Get up close and personal.
and stuff it, right?
Right.
So we've got a lot of that stuff left over here. All of our people do photography these days.
Yeah.
We don't have anybody that hunts more than like quail.
What's the story with the brown bear? Do you know where he came from?
There's tags on everything.
Oh, is there?
Which, if you really want to look something up, I can look it up because we have this stuff cataloged now. Let's see the brown bear cubs.
Oh.
Where's the brown? Oh, here's the no, that's where's the tag on this guy? Is the tag? I'll have to look it up if you want to get an exact location.
Okay, yeah.
Because sometimes you get info on the tags, but we're all volunteer, so sometimes stuff is tagged and sometimes it's
Catalog, but not tagged.
yeah.
Gotcha. Still amazing.
Drum. Yeah.
Wow.
So this is where we do all of our meetings.
Okay.
Let's see.
I mean, this place is nuts.
Yeah, so for, as long as we've been in this building, every week we have someone on the stage telling their story of adventure.
I mean, I'm just feeling like, and I don't really feel much, but you got to feel something here about, you just got to feel something here about paranormal activity. Right? I mean, I mean, Jack, what's your take right away? What's your immediate feeling?
They're not in here. That's what I can feel. But they're watching. I feel like they kind of like to sit and observe.
Who's they?
I don't know yet. Still figuring that out.
And then,
But I've actually seen a couple movements in that hallway right there.
I mean,
And I don't know if it's, anybody that might be, is there anybody else here? I think there's a couple people that are sitting off to the side but no, I've seen a head poke around that corner a couple times. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting night, I think.
So this is an interesting thing. You just made me think of this. We start all of our meetings by ringing that bell right there. We stand in a silent toast to all absent, departed members and fellow adventurers. Right. So as we ring the bell, and then when a member we say a member goes on the great adventure when they pass away.
Oh, wow.
And we ring them out and we place their member badge right here.
That's beautiful.
well, these are departed members,
Yeah.
right?
These are recently
And
departed.
their names are on it?
Yep, their names are on their badge. So, like this is Don Walsh's badge. Don Walsh went to, a lot of deep places. If you know anything about like deep sea exploration.
Oh, scary places.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Right when you said that, his name, yo,
Did you see something?
I heard something over this way. How about these chairs and those other theater chairs? Where they come from?
So the theater chairs were the old Masonic Lodge stuff, right? And these chairs we brought in, and we did a fundraiser at one point where you could buy a chair, because that's how we fundraise.
Wow.
So some of these chairs you'll see people's names on the back, and they basically gave, a couple $100 to buy like a really nice oak chair. And they are really nice oak chairs.
Yeah, they're really
And
nice.
this used to be a Masonic lodge.
Yes.
And what do you know about like the lore of mysticism and Masonic? And come closer to it so you can get to his mic. Yeah.
I know a little bit. I'm a Mason, so I got to be kind of quiet about a couple things.
So do you recognize the?
Oh,
layout?
absolutely. The second
Like
I
the
walked in,
layout's
I was
like,
saying to
oh,
him,
man.
yeah.
Oh, it's even the ceiling.
Yeah, there's symbolic stuff. Well, there's some stuff that's missing, but I think the ceiling's been probably painted over since. But there used to be things that would be up there that would represent. There's certain symbols that you look for, and the way that it's set up, like you said, the seating. I'm still in the works of becoming a full Mason. My grandfather was the master of the lodge up in Canton, New York, and he was a 32nd degree Mason. He was a Shriner. And so when he passed, I got to meet the Masons of that lodge, and I got to shake their hand and thank them for the prayer that they came in and offered for him. And it was really nice. I got invited in, and I look forward to continuing that journey. The Masons have a lot of spiritual connection. They believe in a higher power, and there's a lot of historical background
Right.
that they delve into. So there's a lot of stuff. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
So there's been a lot of people through this room.
Yeah.
A lot of people have sat in this chair, listened to stories of adventure. That book there, this dates back to the 40s.
Really?
Everybody that gives a talk here signs in. I saw you walk over to this
I
the other
did-
night.
I
Did you?
did.
Where's your?
I hope it's
Right there. Then somebody signed below him.
How did that happen? Huh?
Did we see? We saw.
What happened to?
I know, right? How's that? Well, who is it? Maybe.
Anyway, yeah, this book goes back to the 40s, and everybody's giving a talk is signed into this book, which is super cool.
And give me the bangers. Who's in it?
Buzz Aldrin's in here. Is the one I know. It's the most.
I heard Buzz. I heard with Buzz Aldrin, if you would have told him it's a moon faker, he'd cringe
There
up
he
his
is.
little wrinkled fist and punch you in the face.
Yeah, that was an awesome video. I saw that video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a moon faker? Bam! Right?
That's amazing. That's his autograph. That's
Yeah.
so cool.
Let me see his autograph.
Right there.
Buzz Aldrin.
You're lucky I can never find
take
it.
your light off. Take your light. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is it? Point to it.
Right there.
Point. Put your finger on it. There it is. Yep. Put your finger on it. Buzz Aldrin. Come on now. As American as anything out there, right there.
Yeah.
You say to you're a moon faker, he'll just crunch up his little wrinkled fist and punch you in the face, right? He did that.
Yeah, I did. That guy was really harassing him. I watched that video last week. Some guy was really harassing him, like,
Really?
Buzz, you're fake. How can blah 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 blah. And eventually, he just popped him. It was great.
That's amazing. I love that.
Oh, goodness.
So yeah, he's an honorary member of the club. He came by, he gave a talk, and he signed the book.
That's so cool.
So yeah, if you're feeling people that are sitting around watching, like that's a lot.
That's
of
the
people
vibe
sit
I
around-
get.
That's our vibe here.
Back row too,
Yeah, the back row.
where we don't want to talk to you, but we want to just watch and see what you're doing.
We got some guys that perpetually always sit in the back row.
So question, you said about the bell ringing. You only do that during meetings, so I'm guessing you wouldn't be able to do that tonight because there's no meeting.
I mean, we can ring the bell. if you-
Okay. During the paranormal investigation, I think we should ring the bell to signal that we're here to meet with them. Maybe that will bring the people that have passed on in.
I would just ask that we,
Be respectful.
have a moment of silence for
Abs-
all absent departed members and brother adventurers, as we always do, right? So we're not ringing it for nothing.
Absolutely.
So
Solid.
Well,
Yeah, let's do it. All right. Do you want to do that now? Or?
no, I'll wait till we have the equipment in and go in from there.
Nice.
all right, you want to see the dining hall, the library?
I want you to show me what you think is haunted.
Okay.
Show me what you think is haunted.
Couple bit. I don't know. There's some mildly creepy stuff back in this corner. So this is the Suma company flag. If you remember back in the day when Howard Hughes was alive, the Russian submarine sunk, and they tried to recover it by building a boat with a giant claw.
Yeah.
That goes to the bottom of the ocean and was going to pick up the sub and pull it back up.
There was a talk here about it. I saw it. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And that was the flag that flew on that ship, but it got all tattered, and the company didn't want their tattered flag flying around in the port of Los Angeles or Long Beach or wherever. So they ordered someone to take it down, and that someone was a member of the club, and he snagged it for us.
Was there death attached to that flag?
Well, who knows? They were grabbing a submarine that had a lot of dead Russians on it.
Oh,
Oh, this is the Russian flag.
No, this is the boat. So they went
boat,
out there
yeah.
with that. They flew that flag, and they were trying to grab the submarine that
Wow.
had sunk with everybody.
This. What's
Oh, the ejection seat. I don't know. A disappointing story on that. I found that actually.
That's
out
so
in the
cool.
desert.
Wow.
Basically, two guys had a bad day. From what we can tell, that they survived their ejection.
wow.
I have a fun story about this seat, actually. One of my friend's fathers, Jack Shatraw, he's passed away now, was Air Force. He was the first person to be launched out of one of those.
Imagine
Like this model.
That model.
compressed
Yeah.
back.
He had a horrible back.
Yeah. So this was from an A7, and out in the Chocolate Mountains area. Two guys collided and ejected, and they got recovered.
Oh my god.
From what I mean, as far as that matches the timeline of when
Okay.
we found the seat and the seat's manufacture date. Like they don't go off that often, and with the internet these days, you can find a lot. But those guys had a bad day, that's for sure.
All right. What's this
see.
big boat? I mean, just run it. Talk like you give us a
Yeah, well, I mean, you want the stuff that I kind of get creepy vibes off of, you know. So I think we should keep going this way because
Okay.
there's stuff in here, but we can circle back.
Okay, good.
You know, these are some. I think this is Bob Silver's flight jacket. Bob Silver, his face is on that wall over there.
Nice.
He's one of our more storied members. So his flight jacket's here.
Is he still around?
He's not.
Oh,
He
and that's
went-
his jacket
yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
that's his jacket.
He'd be stoked to be here talking about his stuff, right?
Yeah.
He'd be like,
He's got a patch from El Toro 1950, which is pretty cool.
wow.
That's
Base
amazing.
doesn't exist.
And what's his background? A real Top Gun type
All
of guy?
sorts of stuff. He just standard adventurer, like he was in the military, but he tramped around the world backpacking.
This
and
guy,
all sorts
huh?
of-
Look at him.
Surfer,
He
right?
looks like, oh, really?
yeah,
I could
like,
sit and talk with that guy.
like first surfer, like first guys surfing in California type of deal.
Oh, down San Onofre or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Nice.
So let's see. Let's there's the AV room. Not a whole lot going on in here. That's the women's bathroom. For many years, that's been largely unused. Let's check. This case has some interesting things in it. Some things that have been to the Titanic. Right.
Ooh.
That lump of coal came out of the Titanic.
Wait,
Those two lumps of coal.
How did they get it out?
Why? They just picked it up because, they broke apart and, there's coal laying on the ocean floor and it's not supposed to be there. These cups went down to the Titanic because some of our
Oh, you guys,
some
you
of
have
our
members
members,
that went
yeah,
there?
went. Yeah.
What's that? Oh, it's very.
Yeah, lots of penis art. That's a real penis.
Oh, that's a, what do they call it? Something like
No, a
Scrimshaw.
Walrus Usyk.
And
Which
these
that's
rocks-
a walrus bone, literally.
That's
What are these
amazing.
rocks of importance to these?
Oh,
the
and the
bottom of the
artifacts,
boat?
Chumash artifacts.
Oh, Chumash.
Yeah,
They're here, Southern California, right? Chumash.
yeah, Chumash is Southern California.
And what's this piece of painter plaster from Cecil B. DeMille?
Yeah.
Movie The Ten Commandments.
That's cool. You were just talking about him today.
Yeah, we went to his grave and we tried to look for it. I mean, everything here is from someone who's passed away. Am I correct?
But yeah, a lot of it. A lot of these early artifacts, because like you just can't have this stuff anymore. We can have it because when the date that it was donated is so early,
Yeah.
right?
When you say you can't, why not?
Just because like if you go out, like you're not supposed to go out collecting like Indian pottery stuff these days. But it used to be all fair game.
Yeah.
It's not anymore.
Of course. 50 cal right there, right? Or even more than that. That's,
50 caliber from people diving.
ooh.
Excuse me. Let's check out some more stuff.
We're waiting for that.
There's cool stuff. I want to show you some good stuff.
Oh, I can't wait to explore this place.
John Goddard's kayak, he kayaked down the Nile and that.
What?
Well, what year? Like back in the day? Or?
There's a Nat Geo on the wall over there.
National Geographic.
That so whenever that's dated.
So these are real adventurers right here.
Oh yeah.
And these are their artifacts that
They used or brought back or found when they're out there. Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing.
Oh, I love
So this
jazz.
is our library. A lot of stuff. A lot of books from members, right? Some general knowledge. A lot of books that are actually written by members, right? We have some archives in the closet. We got a bunch of random papers all over the place, obviously.
This is like a gold mine for people that are into just finding amazing. I mean, this place there's nothing like it in the world.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, how cool.
Crazy Pat.
I love that bat. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's the New Jersey, the devil, right?
The Jersey Devil? Oh, you're talking about the fruit bat idea, I think it is.
Yeah.
So
You don't know anything about those statues, do you, Evan? Easter Island?
Oh yeah, Easter Island. I know all about it. I speak Papa. Let's see. What's their language? Rapa Nui.
Rapa Nui.
You could speak.
Beatboxing out. Let's see. Okay, so let's see some of the cool stuff here.
Oh
So-
my! Hello. I mean, it's just.
So this is not a real cannon. This is a cannon from Mutiny on the Bounty, the movie.
What?
Huh.
Yeah. So you know the story. of
Mr. Christensen.
Yeah. the movie Mutiny on the Bounty, the story of Mutiny on the Bounty is insane, right? Like,
What is it? Do a storyteller right now.
oh, well, I'm not a historian, but basically, like, this boat took off and it's out in the Pacific, South Pacific, I think, and they got into a disagreement, and basically they mutinied against the captain, and they set the captain loose, and with some people that were loyal to the captain, they set him loose on a dinghy. And then the rest of the crew, the mutineers, like, took off, but then they didn't know where to go. So the captain ends up making it back, like paddling across wherever, and like they're like, we're gonna go after those guys. But these guys bounced around to different islands, and they wound up on Pitcairn Island, and they just like there was nobody there, and they just kind of hunkered down. And like there's still people that live on Pitcairn Island that are like descendants of that original mutineers crew, and there's some other stuff
They
that
never
happened.
got caught.
No, some of them did, and you know they had. I forget if they had slaves or barely willing participants in the voyage, but they got like they marooned them on an island. It was a wild, crazy story. But there's a movie about it. And that's a cannon. You know, they just basically make a wood cannon and
Marlon Brando played.
yeah.
I gotta ask about that mask.
I know. Look at
Ooh.
it. Right away, I went right to it.
That's
You know,
that's
some of these. This one might not have a tag on it, right?
right? That's legit.
Yeah, because like we like this one is from Indonesia up here, this crazy red one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd have to look up that tag number to tell you exactly where it came from. And that one doesn't have a tag number. But
Hey.
these, the guys love to go to these festivals where people dress up in these masks and everything, and then it's obviously something that they can bring back.
the thing I keep
they buy
on
it.
getting off that thing is like Witch Doctor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's totally a witch doctor thing. Yeah, I mean,
That's just the
take your light off for a second.
yeah.
Backlight, yeah.
Okay, so here's some stuff that saw some action, right? One of our members, his name was Roy Rausch, and this is his BAR from World War II.
Wow.
And Roy Rausch is a highly decorated Marine, and he did work with that rifle.
Oh, this thing is totally haunted. I mean, if a weapon's haunted.
So above it is this. This is a Japanese flag, right?
Mhm.
And this is like a good luck. So this is a battle flag which was captured,
Wow.
right?
Yep.
And it was captured in battle. Like this was from Saipan.
So
right?
they would use this is like everything to them. They saved it like
Yeah, he told a story about this flag. Some guy stood up and he called it a bonsai charge. I'm not sure if that's the right term, but some guy stood up, yelled, blew the bugle, waved his flag, and Roy said, "I plugged him."
got smoked.
And then he got his samurai sword. He got like this, and I wish we had the sword, but it was like a 14th
So
century
this
sword.
guy's still fighting, right? This is some energy in this flag, no doubt.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I think this World War One. This machine gun. If you'll notice that this machine gun was captured as well. It has a bullet hole in that the jacket, the water cooling jacket.
Is this a German gun?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And then below it is this Nazi flag, which was a little bit anachronistic here, but that was a captured thing. We kind of tried to group all the Axis stuff in the
Yeah.
corner here.
I mean, even this here. These are what are these swords here?
That's a naval officer's sword. I used to carry one of those. I was in the Navy. It's like the exact same sword. I've got one.
Oh wow.
And then the other one, it's different. I
Not
don't
for,
think that's
for
it.
more show than fun.
So this one, I am almost positive is a ceremonial sword, just because
right, you were in
yeah. But this one could have been a real sword.
That's the last
So what does
resort,
it
right?
say?
Your guns
16th
out.
century basket hilted sword.
Yeah.
Smoky
And
stuff.
that's what happens when you're all out
Oh,
of.
this is
at-
excavated from Battlefield.
Oh,
So
British
that got pulled out of the ground.
oh, that's so haunted right there.
That was found in a Canadian battlefield?
Yeah.
Known as the Plains of Abraham.
59.
Is
7
that
years
That's over
more.
from my area, I
Oh.
think.
that's haunted for sure. I mean, for sure.
A lot of this stuff's got energy on it. I mean, I love this. This
there
is
at
like,
the-
I saw this the second.
bike?
Yeah. I love just because of all the different flags and
What's up
what's
with
the
this?
story? Yeah.
This is like when Papillon, or was it when he got out of the?
A guy rode this bike around the world, right? Like you can read the tags on here. He, you know,
It's amazing.
first across the Russian blockade. So I think it was.
Oh wow!
I think it was more recent, right? Oh, here we go. 1949, Berlin, Amsterdam, London, Hanover, Copenhagen. 51, Milan, Rome, Benghazi, Wadi, Halfa, Khartoum, and Asmara. Like all, so you know, it's cool because you know he did his trips and then he wrote them on there and drew the flags and everything.
And that's the ship he went over on.
Yeah, pretty
That's cool. That is awesome.
Captain James Wilson.
James
This has
Wilson.
a tag on it. This is one of the objects that we 3D scanned.
That's amazing.
Pretty wild.
Oh, I think that's the guy that we were talking to that works with James. That he was talking about that.
Let's see, some stuff over here. What was this over
That
here?
stuff.
Oh yeah. The Keeler Saints exhibit. This is a recent exhibit that came to us. So
I just got feel it. That I feel like it. Like this is something. This is something.
So when Catholics did missionary work in like Brazil and South America, they would, you know, they encountered tribes or indigenous people that would often have like some sort of idol, right? You know, a lot of animism type stuff. Well, so you bring the Catholic Church in, and you know they have habits of praying to idols. Gotta have an idol. Well, yeah. So you know, Catholicism, Christianity is great, but like I gotta have an idol, right? So like here's the Virgin Mary.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so they created these Virgin Marys so that they could pray to it. And an interesting thing about these is the little baby Jesus on all these is detachable. You can see it's kind of loose, right? and what they would do is if they prayed to Mary and things weren't going well, they weren't getting their prayers answered, they'd take the baby Jesus away from her.
What?
Yeah, ruthless. So a lot of these have like this little detachable Jesus here. So these were all dated like the 17th century, I believe.
Oh wow!
You got a rubber band on your headphone that's jiggling
That's
around.
Great, huh?
Yeah, so the 17th century, and they were collected in the early 1900s, and one of our members got them out of Brazil
Wow.
right before they had like they had like an antiquities law that went into place like a couple years later, because they're like, oh, we got a lot of cool stuff. Maybe we shouldn't let people like walk
Take
off
it.
with it.
Yeah.
But I mean, he was stationed down there in the Air Force, and he liked it. I think he was Catholic, so he'd go around and he'd buy them from people. All our
Okay.
stuff is like fairly ethically sourced, right? And
Yeah.
buying it from people or whatever.
But
Collected.
is it safe to say that this stuff here is has a lot of energy? People praying on it. I mean, that has a lot of energy. I would think this is a point of interest for us for sure for tonight. And what we're going to do tonight is we're going to get a tour, and then we're going to go shut off all lights, and we're just going to be here for a while. And we're going to be doing some testing, some paranormal activity testing, and we're going to be doing a lot of paranormal investigation and seeing which items, if any, are haunted, and we can get some evidence to show you guys. That's what's up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
I think
you
a
want to see
good.
a coup de grace? Someone that's been watching you this whole time?
Oh yeah. I think.
So,
Oh.
some military stuff in here, boots and stuff like that, but you come over here to our tiki bar.
Now you're talking my language.
Yeah, we got a little tiki bar. But right in this, you might miss it if you
What the heck?
yeah. This is our shrunken head from
Take your light off for a second.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, you got it. Oh my God.
Wait, is that a real shrunken head?
yeah.
How did you guys come across that? Like,
So this was donated again very very early by Dr. Struve and you know, from Brazil.
oh my God.
So like we spent a lot of time looking because you know there's a lot of fake shrunken heads out there, and you know we've seen some fake ones. We're like, I don't know, like this one looks pretty real. You know, there's like all we know is like what's passed on to us, right? So these, you know, these tags say, you know, it was donated, and we look at this guy, and this guy's like, you know, back in the 30s or whatever. So like they weren't faking heads as
No.
much back then.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it looks pretty creepy and real.
Well, I think when we were talking to one of the members the other day, they said the biggest tell somebody said was the nostrils, because primate nostrils would go sideways and humans point down like that. Oh my god.
It's even
It's
creepier.
when you put the light on it, yeah.
Well, this is
It's beautifully preserved though. Like her hair looks like she literally showered yesterday. That's
so
incredible.
Oh, it's safe to say that this is an area of interest, right, Jack?
yeah, and yeah, there's teeth in there. That's thing's real.
So this area of interest.
Oh man, yeah. Oh, I think we. What's that?
No, it's just getting the mic
Oh,
closer.
gotcha. I think the best thing for us to do with this one is probably do an EVP session around it. Try to communicate with it.
What do you mean? What is an EVP? People who don't know.
Electronic voice phenomenon. It's when you take a sound recorder and you ask certain questions, trying to figure out. But the problem is, she's from Brazil. Do you speak any of the languages from Brazil?
Of course not.
Okay.
Is it Brazilian? I thought they do.
Portuguese, but I doubt she would speak Portuguese.
Should be in her
It
own
prob-
dialect.
She spoke
Yeah.
Portuguese, she probably wouldn't be a shrunken head.
Fair, fair. So it'd probably be a dead language at this point.
This is an actual shrunken head.
Yes.
What's the technical term for it?
Shrunken head.
Shrunken ahead of that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, this is haunted. That's haunted. 100%. I mean,
100%.
I know. I get.
You know, people come in here and
If
they're
they-
like, "Is this place haunted?" I'm like,
Come to the Tiki Bar.
"Absolutely." I'm sure
Wow.
it is.
Well, we're here on investigation, and
Yeah.
and we're at the Adventures Club in LA, and this is an awesome night. It hasn't even started yet. We're getting the tour right now, and then Jack and I are going to go solo in it, and we're going to do a proper investigation. Jack, what do you have to say about that?
I'm excited and ready to start setting up equipment.
Yeah, and if you find anything that I left out, like if you get drawn in, I want to know about it.
Absolutely. And we'll give copies of these videos to you guys so you guys have that to show off and be like, hey, look what this person found. I think that'll be cool.
What is the first of all? Has anyone ever been here paranormal investigating, and why us?
I don't think so. I don't think anybody. Sometimes they come by, but we just haven't had the opportunity.
Yeah.
Right? So they'll be like, "Oh yeah, this place is haunted," and some of the, I'm sure it is. And then that's the kind of end of the conversation.
So you have 100 years of stuff that's been collected and brought here that's from, well, way back more than 100 years, thousands of years, and nobody's communicated with it yet.
Nope.
Oh, man. This is going to be like a honey hole, honestly.
all of us were a bunch of collectors, right?
Yeah.
You grab it and you're like, that's cool, look at what I got. And you show
Yeah.
it to everybody and then it goes in the corner, And you do that your entire life. Your house fills up and then your house overflows into the Adventurers Club. And
If
then
my
you go on
fiance
the
is
great
watching, I
adventure
apologize.
and your wife has to, donate all your stuff to the Adventurers Club. So.
Yep.
And so basically, when these folks pass away, they're either gets a garage sale or it comes here. You guys hopefully get your hands on it.
Yeah.
And it's sad that out of all these people's lives that have been so sensational, it comes down to a bunch of little items that are in a dusty shelf, right?
Yeah.
So maybe we can, honor them because they need honoring. These are my people. These are adventurers and people that have a lust for life. They're out there they're actually out there risking it all just for an adventure.
Yeah.
And so here we are, the ultimate adventure, which
Oh, yeah.
is, the other side, right?
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing right now. We're at this place that's never been ghost hunted, and I got a chill.
I'm
I
ready.
Straight up got a chill.
I'm excited. I'm like a kid in a candy shop right now. Like I'm ready to do an investigation. I think at some point too, we go completely pitch black in here.
Yeah.
And we could set the REM pod in the middle of that middle table,
Oh yes.
and then put the EVP recorder on, have nobody walking around or talking, and ask some questions, and then go right back and review it. We have this here. I mean, there's a story to every single item you have in here,
We
and
do
there's
a
stories that
room-
aren't even told yet because you got it and it was out of somebody's grandfather's garage that
Yeah.
had sat there for 40 years. So who's going to be on the other end?
Wow.
Yeah.
We can go room to room? Might be more efficient.
Yeah. We should definitely split up at some point. Oh, come over. Okay.
Well, just,
Yeah, we should definitely split up at some point and then just try to cover more area. So we'll go to one opposite side of the building, the other side. And I'll give you some of the equipment.
okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah. When I'm here alone, I try to turn the music on and all the lights on.
That's smart.
Do you want to try something? Should we try something together first? Like something and then...
The ringing the bell, but I think we need to get the equipment set up first.
Okay.
I think once we ring that bell, it's going to symbolize that it's time to come on out and talk. I mean, these are all, you're not only going to have the spirits of the things that are connected to here, but you're going to have the spirits of the adventurers that donated them because these were special to them. They grabbed them for a reason.
So double trouble.
I think you have a double haunting here. I think you have adventurers that come here. You guys have a club that it's where people who have things in common can come in here, tell their stories, and have just have a time away from everything on the outside world. And that's special. And I think that's why you have adventurers that keep on coming back.
So yeah, I mean, these guys, everybody came here every week. If they're in town, they would come here on Thursday.
Since when did it start? In the 20s?
Since the 20s, yeah.
Wow.
So again, we've continuously met. In this location, we've met, 30 years continuously every Thursday.
That's amazing. I love it.
So yeah.
It's the meeting, and every time these folks came, they would say, "Yeah, I got this." And World War II's and so there's a lot of energy in each one of them. It's storytelling. It's a point of interest to start a story. Every one of these pieces.
And that's a lot of why I think why people collect, right? Because how does your house fill up? Well, you don't need another trinket, right? But when you go on these adventures, they're experiences, and you bring stuff back so you can remember the experience that you had there.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah. That's a really good point. So maybe you have a triple haunting at this point because you're talking about an experience, something that, is caught in time. You got a person that collected it, and then you got a person that, could be attached to it already.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. I'm excited to see what we get here.
Fun. That guy's fun.
Oh, we got the Mischief Feet Baboons too.
Oh my God.
This guy, he's like...
That guy's always... That guy looks at you when you come out of the bathroom.
Oh, he sure does.
This guy's
He's like, I heard you.
You know what you did in there.
Yeah.
You come out and there he is.
Is he really right there?
Oh, talk about this.
Oh, this is kind of cool. So this is Field Marshal or Marshal Michel Ney of France, and he led a retreat out of Russia, and a retreat from Moscow.
Wow.
In 1812, and Napoleon awarded him this medal right here, the Legion of Honor, and that's the medal right there.
Wait, what? Napoleon touched that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So one of our guys, and this case has
One of our guys got it.
You somehow got it, and we looked up Leo Marx 312. 312 is a low number, and it's like, yeah, he could have reasonably acquired that somehow, right?
Wow.
And then this is like an Arctic expedition medal from the Byrd Antarctic expedition.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and some other just kind of regular.
I mean, everything here is so valuable to that person whose it is.
Oh yeah, it's so unique, right?
To them.
It's
And the fact that it's here, that button,
Yeah.
this button right here, that means so much to someone. That button right there has a lot of energy to it, you would think,
Mm-hmm.
This is cool.
this is a patrol for a sub, right? So you get that when you go on a combat patrol.
Oh.
Right, so that's significant because if you're on a sub in World War II and you went on a patrol, you were in harm's way,
Oh yeah, definitely.
big time.
And usually these items are when something does happen. I'm saving this,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't nothing happened? But you save it if something happened.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everything here, actually. This is cool stuff. Ooh, this is cool. Let's do this. All right, so
Do it.
do you mind if
Anytime.
we you leave us for a while?
Yeah, that's fine.
You can maybe hang out in one of the rooms or something.
Yeah, I'll get the
Yeah.
equipment ready, and then we'll go have him ring the bell. We'll have the moment of silence to show respect for the members that they've passed on, and then
Right, and then leave us. We'll start in that room then.
yeah, I think that'll be good.
All right, let me know when you want to go ring that bell.
Let's.
Sounds good.
So you're gonna set up first.
We're gonna set up first. Yeah.
I'll come and set up. Awesome. Oh, let me get that mic for you. Good audio. Read it. All right. So I'm just gonna hold this out. So wherever I go with the audio,
Sounds good. That sounds like a plan.
so you can talk and walk.
Yeah, we'll start back here, and I think what I'm gonna do is leave TikTok up on a monopod, and then we'll just kind of go from there. We'll start with this room. Yeah, dude, this place just teeming with activity. I think we'll do the monopod. I think if he's okay with it, dude, we should go sit when he rings that bell. We'll of course stand, remove our hats out of respect.
Yeah.
hammering the bell. We'll sit up on those chairs. And then we'll see if anybody comes in. I'm going to put a sentry on that doorway and a sentry on that doorway. REM pod here and the TikTok camera halfway up. We're going to see if anything comes in to sit down and join the meeting.
Oh, hello. Yes, please.
So everybody on TikTok, it's going to go black for a second.
This is an invite only. It's a club that you have to actually be a member. You have to kind of do the 7 summits, or you have to do something really extreme in a lifelong love of it. And right now we're on a paranormal investigation with Jack Basie, and he is an expert paranormal activity and a ghost hunter for how many years now?
23 years.
And he is a what would you
Medium empath.
talk about it?
Well, basically, when I was 8 years old, I had a traumatic experience. I almost drowned in the St. Lawrence River. I had something pull me out. I remember hearing somebody say basically it wasn't my time yet. And I was pulled out of the river. My parents were standing there with a group of probably like 15 or 20 people. And I came up with my arms above my head. And I remember my dad grabbed me. And ever since that happened, I was able to see spirits, feel energies, and just be able to really connect with people that have passed on. When I get a flashback, or like how it works for
Where's
me,
your TikTok camera? Is it
it's facing down because I'm setting things up.
I can hold it.
Okay, yeah.
Is it still going?
Yeah, it's still rolling, yeah. So basically, when I get something like a reading, I get a flashback of somebody else's memory. That's how that works for me.
Oh, that's crazy.
And it's in real time. It's not a past memory. It's a memory that's happening right now. So like, for example, I sometimes see things, but then there's times that an image would be placed in my head. It's something that traumatic that happened to them, or something that they even enjoyed. Could be a good memory, could be a bad memory. And then there's sometimes that I'll be able to actually see them in that moment, and it comes in like you're remembering something, but it's in that moment and you're seeing them standing over there. So it's an image that's almost kind of like placed.
Well, that's like a curse to have that, really.
Sometimes, yeah, it's a double-edged sword for sure.
All right, so let's just get to work.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's all I have to do with this one. I'm just gonna have it set up.
What does this do?
So this is actually just a magnetic monopod.
Okay.
So this is just some lighting.
So, does it do anything or no?
Nope, just holds my phone.
Okay.
But I got paranormal equipment here with us.
Good. I was
in
like,
just
that
a
looks
minute.
cool.
Yeah, it's great. It does the lighting and everything.
Oh, I see. So there you go.
And then I flip this. You know, you actually bought this for me, Evan.
There you go.
There it is.
What a good idea.
Right?
I mean, look at this, guys. There's a light on one side. I mean,
Yeah, it's really nice.
yeah. So it lights your face, and it shoots out, or the other way around, probably.
So these actually were just sponsored to us by a company, Elite Paranormal Society. They make their own paranormal equipment, and these are called Sentries. Now what these do is they detect motion. So when you set them up, it'll of course be going like this the whole time. It'll shut off, it'll recalibrate, and it'll come back on. There it goes. So this is a sensor on top that does 360 degrees. So when you're trying to cover a doorway to know if something's there, this is what you're gonna wanna use. EPS makes these. They are absolutely amazing. What we have here is a jewelry box REM pod. Now this looks like something that would belong here. This is a piece of equipment that they have done up to look like an old style jewelry box. When you turn this on, bring that up, it is also motion sensor.
So if something goes by there, you're gonna get a hit.
Absolutely.
Like if it goes off, it wasn't. We know it's something.
Yes, absolutely.
And this is amazing.
So we're gonna have this up towards the front of the stage. We're gonna have these two covering the back doorway. And then what we have here is the SB7 Spirit Box, which goes through radio frequencies. And basically it scans through FM, AM transmissions very fast. And you'll get voices that will come through that are not a part of the radio. It's quite amazing. I've actually had my grandfather come through here once, and it was plain as day, his voice.
They like, do your homework.
No, it was, he called me a smartass, and that was his nickname for me. So.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
Mine called me Chowderhead.
Chowderhead? Okay, that's a good one too. So that's all set.
And do you have the EVP? Is that...
The EVP recorder would be in the backpack that you have.
Okay.
So, we're gonna do is put this bag
We'll
up
get
here.
that when the time. Should we get that now or when the time comes?
Depends on what you want to do. I was
can
thinking doing
maybe-
the SB7 up on the stage after they ring the bell.
Okay.
Seeing if anybody comes up, we'll put the like I said,
We'll save it for the
save it for that room.
we'll save it for the shrunken head
Yeah,
scene. Okay.
yeah, perfect.
There you go.
After we hang out here?
No, because we're pointing that way. Maybe in the other room, I guess,
Okay.
or so everyone's out of this area. Because we're going to be all over this place.
See the ghosts.
All right.
Okay. So why don't you go get him to come ring the bell, and I'm gonna set up the sentries in the round pots.
I'm going to leave this here.
You want to grab that mic?
I'm going to leave this right here. Are you still working right there?
Nope. I'm gonna be moving up onto the stage. So guys, you're gonna see us up here. Everybody on TikTok. And actually, I'm probably gonna move this closer to the stage, and I'm probably gonna cut the light because we don't need it. I'll bring it right up here.
I'm going to go get Dude, right?
Yep. And I'm just gonna set up the rest of this. All right. I'll wait till he comes in to set these up actually, so I don't just get it set down. So.
No one here. Everyone's gone. It's just us. Okay. I'm gonna go.
It's got the REM pod there. How's it going, everybody?
All right, for the people who just came in, literally what's going on.
With the Adventurers Club of Los Angeles. You guys missed the tour. But we're in our main meeting hall right now. I think we're about to ring the bell, right?
Yes, what is the significance for us ringing the bell at this point?
Well, so, I don't know about you, but we ring the bell at the beginning of every meeting to honor all absent and departed members and fellow adventurers. So we're gonna do it real quick for you, and I'm gonna say what we normally say. Respect, so we're doing the same thing that we normally do.
And for us, it's telling them that we acknowledge you. And for us, it's that we acknowledge you and we respect you and let's talk, show yourself. If there's something here, that's cool.
Set this one up here. So when you ring the bell, I'm going to set up this sentry. This is a 360-degree motion sensor that will go off.
Okay.
So when you ring that, I'm wondering if somebody might enter in.
Interesting.
So you go up there with him, Evan. I'll set this one up. And it's got to calibrate so I can't have anybody here. And it's going to start up again in a second. Right about now. That's interesting. There's the REM pod up there. Something just happened to that sentry.
Let's hold off until.
Okay.
How's it going? Nope, you're good. Okay, so that should shut off now. That's calibrated. Should take about 10 to 15 seconds. That's screwed. There it goes. Okay.
So at the beginning of every meeting, everybody just starts trickling through that door.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Normally the president's standing at the podium and someone will be standing at the bell ready to ring it, and then just everybody's kind of trickling in from the dining hall to the main room.
Okay. Well.
So
I'm feeling it.
what just happened there?
Something walked by the motion sensor to trigger it. It isn't triggered by shadow or flashlight. Like you could put your flashlight over there and do this all you want. Nothing's gonna set that off.
So right off the bat, bam.
Right off the bat, it started
Let's
up.
get that, see, there's someone over there maybe?
Oh, yep. Phoebe's right over there.
Yeah, if we can you, let's get everyone out, that area. You can tell her. Yeah. She's a, yeah.
Yep. Okay. I think she wanted to watch.
Yeah, well, that's the thing that we're telling everyone, there's no one here, and anyone
Yeah.
is here, we'll call it right away.
Yep,
We're not messing around, there's no need to, you know?
Is it okay, quick question, I know you said these seats are very important, right? Because when you have a guest star come up, they sit in there.
Yeah.
Would you rather us sit on the steps?
No, you can sit on them. Those are from some lawyer's office in Newport Beach. They're good.
Just wanted to make sure.
We get a lot of donations around here. I mean, yeah,
There's nothing wrong with that.
they're just the more comfortable seats. So if you're gonna sit there for an hour and a half and tell your story, you know, give you the good seat.
Absolutely.
Mike's best
Okay,
idea.
so cut my head off.
Oh,
You ready?
hold on. Take your hat off in respect. Respect, man.
So we do 8 tolls of the bell. So we're now standing this silent toast to all absent departed members and fellow adventurers, wherever they may be.
I mean, what was that? It's an old building, but that sounded like a big thump.
That was a good sized thump, I could feel it under my feet.
I mean, that's no, I don't even think like a human could do that kind of thump. It's like the whole building shook.
This is Lincoln Heights. This is Lincoln Heights. I was just gonna say.
Like a bad neighborhood.
Yeah, it's a bad neighborhood. Well, it's a fine neighborhood, but you hear a lot of stuff outside and inside. Who knows? You know, we might be the cause of a lot of this. Like I said, I've heard some weird stuff here. Okay, that's working.
I have a question.
Yeah.
If this was a Masonic lodge, and have you ever checked the attic at this place?
Oh yeah, I've been all up in this place.
What's the attic like? Just nuts, right?
So we got a small projector room, and then above here there's like a 3-foot crawl space all the way through. I've been up in there like, you know, like a tunnel rat. Just I wired that projector.
Oh gosh, what was that? That must have been a journey.
It sucked.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You know, because like roofing nails are coming through at you, you know.
Forget about
and,
ghosts and
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we probably did it in the summer because, you know, that's when we decided it needed to get done.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
So,
really? In the summer?
Yeah.
Oh, that must have
Okay.
been nice and warm up there.
All right. So we're at the Adventurers Club, and this is a paranormal investigation with, you know, one of the best, Jack Vasey, right here, who is, well, you've done a lot, and you've been messed with a lot, and poor guy, he's still
I've
doing
done a
it.
lot of first investigations.
Right. And my name is Evan B. Stone, and I'm an adventure traveler, and I believe in the sense that I want to see it on camera, and I want to get the audio of it. Otherwise, it's just a fishtail, right? And I like to show some of my fish.
Yeah.
And I've been very fortunate in getting some great stuff.
Yeah.
And what's your feeling? Do you believe in paranormal activity? What do you believe in?
I don't know. I try not to think about it, to be honest.
Right.
Like when I see creepy stuff, I tend to be the guy that's like, oh, see you later. Like I'm out of here.
Right.
Because you know, like but I think sometimes it can be explained, but there's all sorts of stuff that you just can't explain, right? So.
And you're the curator of this place.
So I'm the president right now. So you know, we have a board of directors, and yeah, I'm just I guess the guy
How fun.
at the top of the organization for now.
Well, you know, thanks for letting us in here. This
Yeah,
is
I really
cool.
appreciate it.
I really
Yeah.
appreciate it. I'm gonna get my hat on because
If you, yeah, like I say, if you hang out here long enough, like I don't like hanging out here by myself. I'll just say that. So while I am kind of like, you know, I don't know what I believe in paranormal activity or whatever, but like I know I don't like hanging out here by myself.
Yeah, no,
If
that's
you
fair.
sit here, you know, or like I'll come in a lot and I'll do a bunch of work and then I'll just be like chilling, like kind of cooling down at the end of the day, and it'll be quiet, and then I'll just
Yeah.
get the hell out of here.
You get that
It's time
vibe,
to
like
go.
you're not standing there
Get a
alone.
vibe. You hear something weird happen, you know, and like I know what rats sound like. I know what stuff sounds like, but there's been plenty of stuff that I've heard in here that I'm like, nope, don't know what that is. Time to get back in my car and go. You know.
Fair
right.
enough. Do
Right.
these lights here come off too?
Yeah, you can turn everything off.
Where's that switch?
I can cell phone it.
Yeah, let's do it. You got it all there, wired, huh?
Yeah, because when you leave, you don't, you know.
You don't want to have to come in and find the switch and then have to run out past the bear.
Yes. I'm gonna sit here.
Yep, watch out for the microphone on the chair.
There it goes.
Perfect. And I'm actually going
And
to kill
then-
those lights.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Get back to
RDSS
that.
maybe.
Where's here? Well, I'll just click lights off. Did that work? Yep, I think everything's off.
Nice.
All right, I'll go try to hang out somewhere and.
We quiet.
Okay.
Please.
Yes. Thank you so much. This is so cool.
So here's our mic here. We're gonna use this mic. Just gonna.
Okay. I'm gonna bring TikTok a little bit closer.
That's me.
Yep. That's him.
See.
He's walking out the door. Thank you for not stepping on that too.
So now we know if that sound goes off again, then it's not of this earth.
Takes a minute. Go find my shut off.
There it goes. Okay. So, yeah, that's good. I need a little light. That red light's nice.
And then if you take your flashlight, you can take this one. And I can do that. Oh yeah.
Is that, okay.
Oh, there goes TikTok going. Are you still watching? I hate that they do this now.
Do they see both of them? So we are going live on Instagram and live on TikTok on SVC Explorers of the Unknown TikTok right now.
Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of sit back here for a minute. Just get the vibe for the place. If there are any members of the Adventurers Club here with us tonight, we'd love for you to come in and sit down, communicate with us, tell us about your stories.
Right there, do you hear that?
That was in this room, and they're all on the other side of the building.
Right, so what's the time code? The time on is 9:32. Hey guys, 9:32. If you guys hear or see anything, help us out, okay?
Yeah.
Just claim it and we go back into the notes. We'll find it. And then we'll do a review.
It's them talking. I can hear them all over in that room
Okay,
talking.
then we need to tell them to stop.
That's all. Rick, what's your guy's name?
Craig, the big loud guy.
No, the big cloud.
Yeah.
No, the one that Josh says you have.
Okay, you know what?
Still hear him.
Okay.
We'll be right back after this brief break.
Yeah, keep talking on that.
Just watch out for the sentries.
I'm gonna go this way.
Okay.
Oh, both there, huh?
Yep, they're both on both sides.
This one.
And there he goes. I'm in the room by myself. Okay, so Evan has left the room. I'm in here by myself. Can you make a noise? Would you come down and sit here with us? There's voices outside too.
Is there?
Yeah.
Because they weren't saying anything.
Yeah, I'm hearing somebody right behind the building,
Well,
but it's very faint.
alright.
But that was inside this room. There you go, man.
Alright, so they said they weren't talking, so now I told them,
So if it wasn't them, who was it?
that's right, so the person who gave us the keys, I walked up to him and was like, hey, stop talking. He's like, I didn't say anything. So now we know. Let's get back into it.
I'm about to turn on a device called the SB7 Spirit Box. I know a lot of adventurers here would probably be interested in that because it's a piece of technology that helps you explore the other side. This is a way that you can communicate with us. It's going to go through radio transmissions and you can come up and talk to us. So I'm inviting any of you to come up, and actually I would love it if you could tell us your name. And we can go back and check the records to see if a person with that name, they have such a small record of people.
That's right, they only have 1,200 people ever in here, so any name comes up, we can cross-reference it.
Yeah.
Then they get their backstory and then kind of, you know, get a little more info and then they start talking. This is called a trigger object or a trigger word, I guess.
It would be a... there's a name for it and my brain is deciding to just blank. I guess it's a trigger. Just a trigger. It would be what it would be called. It's a way to get them to interact.
Waiting for connection. Now in SB7 mode.
Here we go. I'm going to cover this up because it's going to be loud. Yeah, I'm sitting too comfy. Okay. Here we go. Can you come in and tell us your name? That's a lot of different...
I mean, I heard Sam, I heard Bill, I mean...
Okay, so if you hear something come through, say it.
Okay.
And so you have Sam and Bill?
And any of y'all who's joined, if you hear anything as well, claim it.
Yeah, let us know.
Because some people hear things in a different kind of, in a way, you know.
I thought I saw somebody standing
I
over
felt
by
something
the
too.
bear.
I felt something too over there.
You can come in.
You know, right where I was, right here, right there, I felt, it looked like a shadow kind of, my light was on it, but it looked like a shadow was cutting through it.
Yeah.
That's interesting, so.
If you're in here, can you say one of our names? Evan.
Oh, come on! Right away.
Stone!
It said it. Oh my God, y'all heard that.
It said Evan, and then another voice said Stone. So Evan B. Stone. Can you say it one more time? Yes. Evan.
You know,
What's his last name? Get into it. What's Evan's last name? P. Evan. What's his last name?
it's like thinking.
What the hell was that?
Okay, this is all this like happening real quick, like gnarly.
Hello? If that was you, can you just say that was me? That was, and then it gave a name.
Is it that? Yeah, that's like.
That was blank, and it was a name. What was the name of the person that just did that? You want more? Yeah, we want more. Right here. Oh yeah.
I mean, this is adventurers, dude. Who's talking? You know who's talking? These guys are pompous. They love to talk. They love to show off.
I like it.
I mean, this is the adventures, you know, Explorers Club. I mean,
This is the Adventurers Club.
this is the Adventures Club. And, well, they're exploring, but it's the Adventures Club. And these guys, they risk it all for a story. That's what they're doing with a glass of rum. Now they're gone, and they still want to tell their story. This is cool stuff.
Are you a member of the Adventurers Club? I just saw light over there, right by the mammoth.
I'm just gonna keep my light down then. Let's see.
It was like a green light, very fast. Can you
Bam.
put your light up real quick and then just bring it down like very fast, just like kind of like your shift? Okay, it might have been the outlet right behind the mammoth. You see the light thing?
Oh,
behind-
yeah.
Yeah, it might have been that. So I'm gonna just say possibility that that's just debunked on that one. Okay, so if you were a member here at the Adventurers Club in Los Angeles, can you tell us your number?
Ooh, good one.
Hold on, let me check.
Right,
That's somebody who probably hasn't said their number. No.
right.
Okay, what's your number? 1.
I heard 11 there towards the end.
Okay, can you give us a really clear? That was weird. That was like 1.
Who's that come on? Magic's is number
The
one.
president that we just saw in the other room.
Well,
From- he would be number 1.
he'd be number one. He'd be wanting to be saying, I'm just push the other ones
1.
aside.
It was like cockiness. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, look at me. Here I
Yeah,
am.
he says, yeah, you
And if
probably-
anybody's gonna stick around, it's gonna be the guy that created it.
Yeah, this guy.
Okay, very clearly, can you please tell us the number of your membership here at the Adventurers Club? 17. 17, plain as day.
Yeah, so
We need to find out from him.
maybe our viewers can help. See if you guys can look up. Maybe it's public knowledge,
I don't know if it's public knowledge
No?
or not. Because I think it's because it's a club.
possibly. Adventurers Club number 17.
Someone just sat in one of those seats.
Which one?
I don't know, I heard it.
You heard it creak.
It was like the air releasing and the vinyl pushing down.
Well, you know,
I want to ask
here
him.
we go, right? This is like a meeting. They think they're here for a meeting.
Yeah?
Oh, I got super chill, like all the way down my neck.
You got your flashlight, right?
Yeah.
I keep on seeing some shadow movement off to the right where that sentry went off. Here's what I'm gonna have you do, Evan.
Right.
Take Instagram, go out, ask him who number 17 would be.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit in here alone, and I'm gonna see what comes in.
Okay.
Then come back with the information, and then we'll try to talk to him through the SB7. We'll call him out by name. Do you think that's a good idea?
Yeah. 17.
Number 17.
If you had your other,
What's that?
okay. Tell me right about where you think it was.
Oh, it was literally front row.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd say that not the first seat, it was second seat.
Like here?
Nope, right there in the front row, second seat in. That one.
Sure looks like something was just sitting there.
Does it?
Yeah.
That's where the sound came from, and it was very distinct.
That's cool. Some cool stuff here. We are in an adventure club, and this is only those ones that have been down here. This place is nuts. And the kind of stuff that's here. It's like a horror show. Oh.
Okay, Evan is left. I just heard a freaking drum beat. Right freaking behind me. Can you make that noise again for me? That was a freaking drum beat. Can you give me some kind of sign that you're here? I think it's amazing what you guys have done. You've not only pushed the boundaries of human capability, but you've preserved history. Not just ours, but the world's. And have displayed it with a great level of respect. I would be honored if you could help us with exploring the afterlife. If you could come forward into the room, take a seat. Something just knocked. Thank you. Could you make another knock? And it was quick. It was. We don't mean any disrespect. We're here, we want to tell your stories, just like you did when you were alive. But now we'd love for you to share your stories from the afterlife, if you would come and sit in that chair right there. Evan's coming back. We had activity the second you left.
I got some info.
Awesome.
Got some info on him.
It's got info we're about to hear. Before you give me that info, do you want to know what we've had?
This was, yeah.
So, second you walked out that door, and I'm talking, the sensor was still going off. 2 drum beats behind me, and it was like a very, very low beat, and we'll probably have caught it on there. And then when you went out and all that stopped, I told them that I think it's amazing that they not only traveled around the world and preserved the history from different countries, but they pushed the bounds of what's supposed to be human capability, that they just pushed past it.
Yeah.
And they explored. If it wasn't for them, there's a lot of things that wouldn't be happening today.
Yeah, that's right.
And so I said that, and I was like, can you do us the honor of come telling us about the afterlife, exploring the afterlife with us? And as I said that, it was 2 distinct knocks on the back of this wall, like this.
Oh, come on, really?
Just like they ring the bell.
Yeah, we're here.
And it was right there by that tusk.
Wow.
So what information did you get?
Okay, so here it is. We're looking at that name right there. And take your light off just a little bit, a little too harsh. We're talking about Edward D. Jones, number 17. He was one of the first members. When the club first started, it was kind of like a group of people that were like-minded. They said, we need to start a club because my wife wants all this junk out of my house. That wasn't that, but probably. And he was one of these early members that was true to the game. Like, you cannot come here unless you ever space camp or if your whole life was based on adventure. Wow. These guys weren't like, there's a different breed. This were in the 20s. They would use this place for to meetups, to do big expeditions, raise money, get the gear together. It's a real kind of, back in the 20s, I mean, think about it. Exploration, Papua New Guinea, this is like still the Wild West. Some of these locations in the world. Mm-hmm. And it's unknown stuff. And the risks they took just for a high adventure, that's cool. That's what I'm into, yeah. So this guy here, so.
That's amazing.
What now?
Well, now we say his name, and honestly, I think it would be really cool. We have this ceremony that they do every Thursday. That's when they have an explorer come in. They sit in that chair. Somebody interviews them. They have these questions, right? Do you see a shadow move?
Yeah. I mean, this place is full of shit. I mean,
would you feel comfortable? Would you want to, or do you want me to sit here with the EVP recorder sitting in the chair and interview Edward D. Jones.
Yeah, I mean, we can use our mic right here as the EVP.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
I'll be here. Let's film it.
Let's do it.
Do we? Oh yeah. So let's do that.
Okay.
So tell us what an EVP is and how does it work?
So EVP is electronic voice phenomenon. It's basically when we sit here, we have a series of questions that we ask. Now that we have the spirit's name, that kind of takes away question number one, like what's your name? But we have a spirit that we're wanting to communicate with, and that's Edward D. Jones. Next question is like, when did you pass? What did you enjoy doing? Basically asking questions like you're interviewing someone who's alive. And then motorcycle. Okay, debunked.
Love that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Debunked. Sorry, I just.
Oh, I mean, stuff.
What the? No freaking way. Okay, there's gotta be somebody up there.
I mean, we'd have heard something. Well, he just jumped out of his seat, didn't he? I mean, Jack just jumped out of his seat. What is going on? Oh, this is some spooky stuff.
This would have gone off though. It was standing just like this, and then just kind of walked that way. Yeah, that. I ran. I don't usually run, but it's like, okay, it's either a real person, but yeah, no, it was a shadow, and it just went that way. So I was just checking to see if anybody was down here. Yeah. Okay.
All right, so we're trying to debunk stuff that we see.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
motorcycle.
went that way.
The shadow. What is that shadow? This is.
There was nobody.
What did you see? You just jumped out of your damn seat.
It looked like a person just standing there right in the doorway, and it wasn't any of the coats. I mean, it was a full body silhouette shadow.
Well, you know.
I just wanted to, when I see something like that, I want to make sure I can debunk it. My brain goes, okay, there's got to be somebody standing there, so I took off running towards it, and everybody's left the building except for the president,
Right.
and he's sitting way over in the other room with the tiki bar.
Wow.
So, yeah, no, I was sitting like this, had my light like this, happened to look up, and right there in that doorway, not right where the coat is here, but there was a full head, and it just turned and it walked that way.
Come on now.
So,
All right, let's get down to it.
yeah, absolutely. So, basically, I was explaining the EVP questions. Now, do we have the mic out and everything?
Yeah, the mic's right here.
Perfect.
And we'll give it a nice stamp so we can find it later on. I want you to can you take this off the wire here? Can you take that off the wire?
Yeah.
Let's get it with 2 hands. Just pinch it and then yeah. So I want you to say that the word orange before you start. Okay.
Okay.
This is a word that I'm going to use when I do my.
Just heard that?
It keeps coming over right there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's on kind of near the.
Was that a freaking raven? It sounded like a bird, but not a bird that you would have up here. I'm gonna be honest with you, I've held an African raven. That's what that sounded like, was an African raven.
There's probably stuffed one around here.
I'll tell you in a second.
There's stuffed everything around here.
I had the picture actually of me holding the African raven, and that sounded identical.
Let's get to work.
Yeah, okay.
This place is nuts. So anyhow, say the word orange, because when I do my AI post-production workflow, I'll put it in, and when that word orange comes up, that's when we can start. We'll know it starts.
That's smart.
If anyone wants to know more about that, DM me. It's really cool what I'm doing with AI and post-production and going through all this footage.
Orange. We are here to talk to Edward D. Jones, member number 17. Can you tell us why you're still here at the Adventurers Club? What was your favorite area to visit?
Put that down. Put it down so there's no rustling. Okay, good.
Do you have some questions you want to ask?
Yeah. Okay, Edward, I'm one of you. We're kind of in the same world of high adventure. I want to know how important is it for us to be here and to say your name and honor you? Because I know in an adventure world that's big time. So tell me, are you happy we're here?
Edward, can you tell us how many other members are here with us? Can you tell us how many spirits are here this evening? If you're going to talk, can you share with the rest of us? Are there any adventurers here that are wanting to share their story tonight? Should I end it in the same word that you started with that so you know where they end?
Yeah, yes, one. Edward D. Jones, number 17. Present yourself. Oh, I just got the gnarliest chill, dude. That could be just me. It was like it washed over me. What is that about?
Whatever you do, don't move your flashlight.
Okay.
But I'm going to tell you right now, in the 5th row, and it's the entire opposite side on that aisle, there is a shadow sitting in one of the chairs.
Oh, God.
And back row, 2nd row in, 3rd chair in, there's another one. And I can see them plain as day right now. It's not like one of the things I was telling you about my memory. I'm literally actually seeing physical shadows.
Say it again.
I am seeing physical shadows, 5th row, on the opposite side, outside row, and then 2nd to last row, 3rd in. Are you guys members of the Explorers Club, or Adventurers Club? Sorry, I'm like freaking out a little bit. Not great behind us. I've set off I have a couple devices that are sitting around here. Could you please go walk by one of them? I promise you they won't hurt you. your screen. But look and tell me that there is not a half audience full of people out there right now.
Oh my God.
Your eyes are going to start adjusting. You're going to start seeing people.
I do. I see. Come on, that's a trick of the eye. It has to be. I see an audience. I see. They're starting to fill in. I mean, that's nuts.
Thank you for coming here tonight, guys. We appreciate you guys. Dude, it's so weird.
I see people filling in. Is this a trick of my mind? I bet.
No, it's your eyes are adjusting. I can tell you right now, I'm feeling the energies of all these people walking in here.
Because they want a story. They want to get told another adventure story.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you definitely have EVPs on that recording. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I know somebody's up here right now because I can feel somebody behind me.
Okay, I'm gonna try to speak to them.
We should get that EVP recorder so we can play it back in real time with the speaker in here.
What do you want me to go get it?
Depends. Do you want to be in here alone or do you want me to be in here alone?
I think we should move on to another room. You think?
I don't know. It's getting active in here and I kind of don't want to waste it.
Yeah, and we should go if you see. I'd like to ask one thing.
Yeah.
Is it- Okay. Edward D. Jones, number 17. My name is Evan B. Stone. I am one of you. I'm an adventurer. You are in the ultimate unknown. You've crossed the other side. Can you give us a sign? And maybe you know that I'm looking for someone to maybe to reach out to. And you can help me out. I'll say your name and spread the word of your glory days. What's wrong?
He's upset.
He's upset.
He's just upset.
Why? Because I just said he's passed on. He didn't know.
No, he knew. Oh. I'm just getting this sleep. He's just sitting there and all I can see is and it's this.
Well, he's sitting there like that with his hands.
He's got his leg crossed like this. He's just sitting there and he's
Is he like? Is he
he's
good?
right there. No, he's upset.
He's upset. What did I say?
It's not anything to do with you.
Maybe it's a business, unfinished business, maybe.
No, he's told me what it is.
Ooh.
I just am afraid to say it on camera because he's upset about something with the club.
Ooh. They let.
Mm.
Yeah.
He's very. So I just keep on. That's a motorcycle, but there's movement in that corner. Oh.
We're here at the Adventurers Club, Los Angeles. It's the first time ever paranormal. Jack just got hit with something emotions. He's an empath. He feels everything. Poor guy.
Can you set off one of the devices? That was a cat, like a large cat.
Was it? That's something. Was it a cat?
Not like a cat you would have in Los Angeles. I'm talking like a large cat.
Alright, this is like fucking Jumanji right now. Fucking.
There's a lion there, but that wasn't a lion. That was like a.
This is like straight Jumanji. I mean, you think that we should bring that TikTok up so they can hear us a little better? Okay.
It just kind of drained me there for a second.
Oh, well, that'll train you. Get the spirit box going again, maybe.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna want to communicate. He's just. I'm afraid to play what he's probably gonna say because he's just he's a nice guy, but he's very. This is how it is. By the books.
Probably a military man.
I definitely get military. I get something to do with the Navy. That's what I'm getting from him.
Wow.
So we're gonna have to look up and see if he has a naval record. That's what I'm getting now.
He worked in
Because he gave me this image of like water, and he's fixing something.
I do know a little about him. He worked for Colorado Wildlife or something, and he collected animals from around the world. And this is in early 20s.
Oh wow.
Yes, in early 20s, he was like a curator of some sort of animals. So he might have been like he mentioned, they kill these animals to
Study them.
stuff them and study them. He might be one of those, which means he's a big game hunter out there. Maybe, I don't know.
There's a lot of energy in here now that we've shut the lights off,
I know.
and there's not as many people moving around. It's like
Entities.
yeah, it's kind of like what you said, like with Night at the Museum kind of thing, when everything gets dark and there's no one around. It's just like everything comes alive, and there's a lot of residual, and there's a lot of intelligent energies here. Like there are things that know.
Okay, so this is 10:08. 10:08. Let's make a mark on this because, a lot of EVPs you don't hear until you play it back. Gosh, I heard something.
Yeah, maybe we move.
We could go to another room. We could just.
Yeah.
Let's do one and just run it up and see if anything comes out of that.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Oh, my battery's going soon. My phone. So we're gonna have to do it's an hour and a half.
It,
So let me.
it's ready. Waiting for connection.
We'll continue with TikTok.
Now in SB7 mode.
That was a radio frequency. I'll put the scanner on now. Edward, I think I felt the energy. I think you kind of had me feeling some emotions. Can you tell me what is upsetting you?
Would it say it's on this something on this day?
On this day, what?
From
That was Spanish. There's something in there.
Is this the lady that is the shrunken head?
Is that a lady? What did it say? Is it some fort? What did it say?
I don't want these people.
I mean,
What people, Edward?
what did it say?
Women.
Really?
It did.
It doesn't like women.
This was an all men's club. They just recently opened it up and made women members. Not saying it's a bad thing, but somebody that's from that time period, it might. Is that what you're saying, Edward? Well, things change and progress. There are adventurers that are different genders, and they're able to do things that are absolutely incredible. So I think you don't have to look at them as a gender, but just as an
Badasses.
adventurer. Yeah.
Badasses, yeah.
Do you agree with that statement if you look at it that way? He's not. I don't hear
I mean,
this.
look, if anything, we're releasing him of that because that is, you know, how many badass women are in this club right now?
Y'all, yeah.
Summiting Everest, just smoking us. Also, there's a lot of mixed energy in here, you know. It could be him mixed with everyone else. And that's the thing, huh? It's still a party in here. They're still talking to game, talk. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna move on. I mean, what do we get out of this? We got a name, number 17, we got Edward D. Jones. And if y'all could look, you know, into that, who is Edward D. Jones, number 17? And we get a little vibe on that. I said we go to some other let's go look around. Cause you're stuck, dude, let's get,
Yeah, I need to get out of the room.
yeah, this is, we're stuck here, and you know what? I'm stuck too, and it's, oof, man, I can't say it's a good vibe right now in here. It's like,
It
it's
feels
stuffy.
like it's gotten hotter and it's like stuffy.
Yeah, it got real stuffy in here, and, maybe they're not used, I mean, look, what are we talking about too? We're talking about these animals here, I mean, if they have a soul, which I totally think animals do, what are we talking about too? We're talking about these animals here. I mean, if they have a soul, which I totally think animals do. They live here.
Okay.
It's a kind of scary movie.
Let's move. I'm gonna grab the sentries. We'll come back in this room a little bit. Evan, if you want to go grab that sentry that's in front of that doorway.
Turn it off.
Yeah.
If
Yep.
we don't want to leave it on, just if something happens, we'll know.
Why don't we leave them both there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not thinking like this. You would have thought of that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We're gonna head in this room and do that
Okay.
thing if you want to join us.
Sure.
Hey, how's it going? No, you can sit there. That's fine. What's that? Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Sorry, it's really hard for me to hear.
So what's that guy?
That is a REM pod. So that's a proximity alarm as well. So basically, that's what the Sentries does, but this one's the older model.
Gotcha.
But I'm gonna be putting that back
What
there.
are we doing now?
We're gonna do the SB7, and we're also going to, because he was showing us.
Can you sit here as well?
Yeah.
We'll get Phoebe too?
Phoebe, would you like to join us?
We're getting down to it. This is
So
like,
what I'm gonna do is actually set this in here. So this is a proximity alarm, so if anything comes over in this area, it'll set that off. We also do have the other two sentries covering the door in the meeting room there. So if anything walks in or out of there, we will know.
and what can we tell the newcomers about if they feel or hear anything to go with it?
Say something in the comments. If you hear any kind of name that comes through the SB7, we ask that you type that in the comments. If you hear any numbers, they could have importance because there's membership numbers. I don't know if that's somebody talking or what that is, but. So I'll explain to what you guys what this is. So basically it's just a little handheld radio that's been kind of modified. It scans through radio frequencies, AM and FM. It can go forwards and backwards. This is a line of communication, just like you would use a pendulum, a Ouija board. When you use something like this, you always open and you close. You don't have to open and close every single time, but when you're done with an investigation, you say, okay, I'm done with communication. You're not welcome to follow me back, nothing like that. So that's one thing I always try to educate people with. Ouija boards are not any different than anything else that we use in the paranormal field. They are literally a line of communication like this. Once you pick up that phone, you have to hang it up. Otherwise, you leave that line open and you can cause a lot of problems.
Oh my goodness.
So,
That's like out of a scary movie. Like you gotta. That's like the smoking gun. Right? The gun on the table. You see it, and someone said it.
I feel like I've screwed this up because I'm president and I just always get phone calls, you know.
so you just keep picking up.
Yeah, it's like my job. Oh, okay.
Hang on.
Who's gonna complain to me now?
Yep, that sounds about right.
Now I'm gonna open it up to every member, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Now.
Guys
Well,
from the 20s calling me.
Well, it's funny.
Hey.
We were at the Hollywood Cemetery today, and he said that they have had, the security guard said that they had an Uber and a Lyft that got ordered to the cemetery
in the
and there was-
middle of the night.
In the middle of the night, there was
Yeah.
nobody there. So, what kind of party would those spirits going to?
I don't know.
You know, this is all Hollywood folks. They still want to go to the red carpet.
Yeah.
You know, still want to go to the Oscars. They're like, call us an Uber. It's a new thing called an Uber. Yeah.
That's hilarious. I think that's great.
All right, let's get down.
So, yeah, basically, that's what I always tell people is communication is communication. Pick up the line, hang up the line. So, that's basically what we're about to do.
It's ready. Waiting for connection. Now.
You will hear a lot of
in
radio
SB7
frequencies come in here. It's
mode.
going to be very noticeable if it is music, because you're going to hear instruments. The craziest thing that has happened with this is I have not had the SB7 on, and there has been voices that have come through the speaker, which makes literally no sense. We've had the... Okay, it's the table. We're good.
Like, you have-
Yep, yeah, no, I heard this. That little like, I was like, what the hell?
I mean, the chandeliers start shaking. I mean, you can just go nuts here.
All right. It's definitely got the ambiance. Okay, so this is going to start off loud because my speaker is terrible. Sorry about that. This is going to be loud for a second. So what I'm doing is I'm speeding it up. It's going to go through 200 channels per minute. So you'll see it starting to scan. It's going to go. So you'll hear random things. But you'll, like I said,
And some of us can. You get used to what it's saying, and you pick it up. You got to say it right away if you hear it. So whatever you think you hear, say it.
Here we go. Okay, I'm opening a level of communication with anybody who's here at the Adventurers Club. Ask that you step forward and tell us your name. No. That was a straight no off the bat.
Well, there's a lot of stubborn folks here. Am I correct? I mean,
Okay. Is there anybody who would like to tell us their name? quiet it's been all night. My name's Jack.
My name's Evan.
My name's Rich.
What's your name? Jeffrey? Did you say Jeffrey?
Very good. Angie.
Yeah. Sometimes it's easier also when you're in a room that has an echo like this to ask a question, then turn it on, then shut it off.
Let's do that.
So, can you guys give me a number of how many spirits are here in the Adventurers Club? 5.
I mean, straight up. 5.
5.
Right now, there's 5.
Right now there's 5. So there could be a chance that they come in, they leave, just like they did.
Or it's just.
Is the number always changing?
Oh, this. Hey, I've someone said they heard 8. One of the comments said they heard.
They heard 8?
Yeah, let's get the audience involved here. Here we go.
Okay. So to the spirit that just answered us, is there 5 or 8 spirits? Can you come in clearly and tell us again? Is there 5 or 8? 8. That was weird. It was almost like it was counting down. It said 8, 7, 5.
I mean, they come and
It's like
go. I mean, this place is a. It's
150.
adventure. You know, these folks come in and out. That's the deal, anyhow, right?
Yeah.
Every Thursday they come in like clockwork.
It's always like that here. People are in and out. You know,
Yeah.
they're either in town or they're out of town. They pop in, they pop out. You could be here and you're like, oh, hey, didn't know you were coming. See someone that you haven't seen in years.
I want to ask the audience here, maybe have them ask a question.
Yeah, have them type in the comments a question. I'm going to do the same with TikTok, guys. Type a comment in the questions, or question in the comments. Wow, yeah. Still affected from in there. That's like...
All right, so the paranoid normal folks, give me a question to ask. What you got? I don't know, let's see. Nothing crazy. I know. You ever check the apparition of the moon? Ask them what their opinion of global warming is.
Oh, that will be a
This
long
one-
EVP.
Are you stuck? Are you stuck? Someone says.
Oh, okay, let's try that one.
See, that's a good one. Are you stuck? We're gonna go with that one because I get stuck too. I think we all do.
Are there any spirits that are stuck here?
Oh, I mean, come on. That's like a screaming woman. Like
That said help. What's behind you?
it's the shrunken head.
And that sounded like somebody's head shrink. Like, help!
I mean, come on, right? Like you know what a head shrinking is, but yeah.
I don't know. I was just like...
I mean,
Let me just ask. Was that the woman that is the shrunken head behind Evan? I am. You good?
I'm gonna show you guys what it is over here. This is straight up shrunken head here.
See, I'm just sadistic. If I owned that shrunken head, I would just rig it up to where it winks at people. Just go up and show it. Go up and show it.
Come on. This is a legit shrunken head. Someone asked if they feel pain. Do they feel pain sometimes?
Hmm.
It's a tough question. I don't know.
I mean, I would think. I hope not. I hope I'm
I don't
not
think
down
you
like that.
can when you
But
pass
what is
on.
pain when you think about it? It could be emotional. It could be.
That's true. It could be emotional. Should I ask, are you in pain? Because it was a scream.
Ask if heaven or hell exist. I don't know. We're getting deep now, guys. You want to go all the way there? Maybe. Maybe it's the time.
Is there a heaven and a hell?
They all said they heard a yes. I think of it.
We need a definite answer. Is there a heaven and is there a hell? Jesus.
But what if you're Jewish like me?
You gonna put me on the spot like that? Or are you asking the spirits?
Ask if there's more than a heaven and a hell.
Oh, that's a good one. Is there more than a heaven and a hell?
Yes. No.
Yes. That was a yes.
Yeah. And
Wow.
wow.
What does that mean? I mean, you have an afterlife. People that are haunting, they haven't moved on, so I guess that qualifies that there's a heaven and a hell, and then there's just here. So I guess that would qualify under it.
I mean, that shrunken head over there is. I mean, that's that. If there's any, let's just imagine ghosts did exist and it was real. You know, that thing's like bobbling around, just being weird, and giving out vibes. You know.
There's a lot of energy in here once you shut off the lights and you don't have it as full. Because that's what me and Phoebe were talking about during your speech, is that like there was so many people here, it was hard to read because you have just so many people's
Sure.
energies going around. But no, even now it feels like that. That's the weird part for me. It's like I still feel people coming in and just the energy flowing in and out of the building.
This place is full of items. You want to bring the item back that you showed us before about with the Mother Mary, the Sister Teresa thing? Yeah.
The ones back there?
Yeah.
The saints.
Saints. That's how much I know. It was Moses.
I think they're mostly Madonnas or Virgin Marys, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, those were idols from Brazil.
Oh, you know, in Brazil, they're into like straight up witchcraft. They don't call it that, like bruja, you know, or some sort of. They mix it in, you know.
Sorry, saw something. I didn't mean to blind you.
It's
So,
weird.
Evan, is it okay if you continue this on with the SB7? I'm just gonna take a walk.
Yeah, man.
I feel like if I'm alone, I might get some stuff too. So all I gotta do is take your top.
Or we can take a walk and you can stay in this
It's
room.
ready. Waiting for connection. Now,
Well, that doesn't make any
in
sense.
SB7
Switch is
mode.
on the bottom. That just shut off, and then that doesn't make any sense because the switch is right there.
Yeah, come on, give that to me. We're gonna do a little thing on our own.
You guys do that, and I'm gonna.
So what do you do? Tell me.
You just see this part right here?
Yep. As you spin it a little bit.
Yep.
So let me test it. All right, guys. So this is us now. We're gonna go unhinged.
Just
unhinged.
happened.
Uh-oh, it's acting weird. That's what happens.
It's ready. Waiting for connection. Now,
You've
in
seen my finger is there,
SB7
and you need a
mode.
nail.
All right.
Hold on. Sorry, didn't mean to blind you again. What is?
While you're doing that, I'm gonna tour the news, folks. This is what we think is going on.
Okay. There should be volume coming out of this. Okay, I'm just gonna do a hard reset.
It's ready.
There we go.
Waiting for connection. Now, in SB7 mode.
What the heck? Okay.
Make you a phone call.
It's the what it's
Now, in SB7 mode.
shutting off and on. Are you playing with my device? It's never done that before. Even when it dies, it just shuts it off. Who's standing over by the shrunken head? Evan!
Come on, it always happens to me. I'm always the guy.
That's awesome.
I mean,
Oh, it's all yours. It's working now.
You guys heard that? I mean, I'm way over here compared to this. Last scene.
Here's some mood lighting.
okay.
I'm gonna take a walk because I need to reset because when we were in there, Edward kind of just like let all of his emotions and stuff, and he's very don't know how to word it.
Uh-oh.
Bluetooth already open.
Take him up, but you
Messed it up.
press him up, but you can't take him out.
Alright.
Now in
Uh,
SB7 mode.
That should be like high now. That? Yeah, there you go.
So I just go.
Yeah. So lift that up because it's got a rubber piece on the bottom.
We're gonna do this together.
Okay.
Then what? So you go.
Yep, and just turn the whole speaker top.
Oh.
Do it the other way. There you go.
That's how you stop it. Got it.
Have fun. I'm gonna go reset because I'm like freaking drained right now.
All right, you go think. Let's let the crowd and the expert be us or not. You know what it's like? It's like this is really
Was that the REM pod?
Where?
REM pod just went off by the
I totally saw it too. That up there, right?
that was them.
That was on, yeah, because we were just saying how we're gonna be alone now, we're gonna get good stuff.
I heard that and it was like plain as day. I knew what that was. Can you make that go off again? That was crazy. Did you catch it on camera?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
If this light goes on over here, that light over here, you know.
Ever get one of those feelings like you're not alone? I'm just gonna sit up here in the chair. My name is Jack, and I'm a friend of Evan's. We've been asked here to come tonight because people have felt like they're not alone. Just got this weird, like, overwhelming feeling. Why did I come back to this room? Why did I sit back in this chair? just feel like I gotta. Why did I go back to that chair where it was freaking affecting me? That's so dumb. That's like rule number 1 when it comes to paranormal investigations. If something is affecting you, you do not go back and repeat the same process over again. Hey. I just, sorry about that. That was really weird. I just went back into that room and I sat right in that same chair. Evan, I'm going to ask you, I think you should take your Instagram, go walk in that room and tell me what you feel. And I'm going to tell you right now. Just go do it. Trust me.
Okay, well, we were getting some good stuff here too.
Were you?
Oh yeah, we were just flexing right off the bat. What was the first thing? It got like nailed it right away. I was saying how I need to see it on tape, and I'm searching for someone myself, and right away it said, what did it say? It said like
Need to see or something like that.
you need to see, like you need to see it to believe it. Which is right off the bat, bam.
Oh, Jesus. Scared the shit out of me.
Oh my God, good. Oy. It's like, yeah. Come on, sit down over here, Craig.
Come and join us. Craig's another member. You know him. He was the one that interviewed Evan.
Oh shit, it's on. Hey, Cameron, you here? Let's get everyone here.
Okay.
Here.
Sounds good.
All right. So this is Craig Carroll.
What are you guys doing?
Craigie, what's your son's name again?
Max.
Max.
Think that the shrunken head might not like her position in the tiki bar.
Let's make her happy.
I'm gonna bring my son.
That's my
some folks
take.
in the
is
wing here.
maybe she
We're
doesn't
just
like
gonna bring
being
them all
shoved
out.
in the tiki bar
Come
and
on.
watch us.
I think she's just
Great.
upset you guys haven't left a shot glass for her.
Grab them.
Yeah, go
Maybe.
grab 'em.
Maybe
bring
she
these-
said she needed to see because she can't see anything from over there.
It is kind of foggy in there too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Maybe we need to clean off the glass.
We're gonna bring our two 16-year-old sons in who I don't know if they ever even asked if they could.
Back on this over table and let her have like a real position of authority.
It's so. All right, so we got these two young bucks here. All right, so. Okay, what's your name?
Cameron.
Oh, so what's up?
Cameron Stanton.
I'm Max Carroll.
Okay, do you guys believe in anything afterlife or anything like that?
Yeah, I'd say I do. I'm not really super religious, but yeah, I believe there's an afterlife.
Wow. Cameron?
Yeah, I don't really believe in anything, but probably an afterlife or something.
Yeah, see,
Higher power.
Right, these are your typical 16-year-old kids here, the gamers, and no religion at all, none. Not even the parents giving it to them. We're talking none. So it's really, we're at a base level here. Let's see what we can cut. It's true. At least, I was bar mitzvahed, I don't remember it. But at least they do something in me. But these kids never been to church or nothing, not my kid.
I have.
You have.
I have been to church many times. I went to a Catholic school.
Did they teach you about like the Holy Ghost or anything like that?
Yes, they did. I had to read the entire Bible.
And was it good storytelling or?
It was interesting, and it was definitely an interesting experience, and definitely was. Wow, that's great. It was really interesting. I guess it was an interesting book, but I definitely read a lot better.
Cameron, have you ever had any religion? All right, so, all right, Jack, take it.
It's funny you have the guy that's the preacher's son that's running the spirit box.
Is that you?
Yeah.
I think it's interesting what you said about the glass being foggy, and we hearing her say "need to see,"
Yeah.
Oh.
and it being such a out of the way place. I wonder if she'd rather be over there next to those saints.
Is that from
Or
the same
something
area?
That's a good question. because it's not Borneo. It's the tribe is
I thought it's Brazil.
the Roro tribe, headhunters. Mamore River, Colombia, South America. So this is from South America. The Mamore River in Brazil's Macho Grasso. So this is from Brazil. And those saints were brought into Brazil. Those
Okay. So they're both from Brazil. Okay. I think maybe it's just
And-
because she's behind the foggy glass at the tiki bar.
maybe.
I think maybe having a place for her that's because like that's the one thing that you guys said when we came in. They're like, oh yeah, you've seen everything, but have you seen the shrunken head? And it's like over there where the drinks are being served, not on display like these ones are.
So she's getting clowned all the time.
It's definitely one of the highlights of the club. People love.
Why don't you ask if she would be happy if we clean the glass, or if it's something more?
Okay. Would you be happy if they cleaned the glass?
No.
No.
Nope.
That was a straight answer.
So it's
Wow.
something more.
Yeah.
That was freaky.
You
Yeah.
need a new place.
Spirit box is pretty incredible.
How does that work?
It goes through FM transmissions and they just are able to come through it.
Yo.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine, like,
Wow.
Do you
that
want
was
your
bad.
spot to be moved?
I might have heard entrance. Ask her if it would be better if she was in the foyer.
Do you want to be in the foyer? That was a man that came through. You might not know what foyer is. Would you like to be in the area where everybody walks in so they can see you? It's a weird question, and do you feel like you're on display but not for the reasons that you want? Yeah, it's a problem.
doesn't have to.
Did that just go off?
Look off again.
Oh, what's going on? I just saw it go off twice.
That's where she wants to
What's
be.
it pointing at?
Is that where you want to be? If so, could you make that go off again?
Oh God.
And it's not my shadow setting it off. That actually has to be a physical mask that goes around it.
Oh.
Is that you setting that off? That was me.
That's scary,
I'm gonna
man.
start drinking again.
What are we having? Well, thank you for showing us with not just the SB7, but the REM pod.
I mean, so how does
That one has, like, REM pods are extremely hard to go off. You actually have to go up and put your hand next to the antenna. That's
Went off twice.
It's
So
been off
some-
like 4 or 5 times tonight. And my REM pods, I had one for almost like 3 years. It went off maybe 3 times in those 3 years.
So what was the question that we asked? So is that device back there that went off? Obviously, no one's back there because my camera was shooting right here.
That's amazing.
That what only goes off if something passes close to it.
Yeah.
And then we're all sitting here, so that was 100%. Well, unexplained, as we say. But
Yep.
I did get it on camera. How cool is that?
That's incredible.
Not a fish
I
story.
can't wait to see that.
Yes. Oh, and I went dead.
Oh no.
So that's it. I had it.
Guess what happened?
No,
Oh,
no.
do you have it?
I don't have what?
Were you screen recording?
No.
You went dead on Instagram?
Yeah.
You don't have it anymore?
Your phone's dead.
Fuck. I went live though. Oops.
You have to end the live and then you have to say post it. if you just go dead.
But it was live to everyone, obviously.
Yeah, everybody who was there saw it, but we might not have that video now.
Okay, well, I wish I would have known that, because I said I was wondering. But 100% that's what happens?
I'm 95% sure. There's a 5% chance you still have it.
Okay, yeah, does anyone have a charger in the thing? I think
I have a
I
charger
do.
in my car.
I got a charger right here.
Okay.
Of course, the teenager's got a power bank.
Absolutely.
I don't have a power bank on me. We have a power bank in the car.
But do you have the right cable? Is that a?
Yeah,
You need to plug it in.
you have to plug it in though.
Now just get that charged up. Let's see if you save that footage. That's just gonna add to the whole spookiness. Everybody.
This is gonna,
I normally have
Yeah, he
that
does.
charging bank,
Evan.
but I don't.
this is gonna fall.
Kaboobulated.
That was
crazy.
I gotta go look at that.
That's creepy.
Now, you said, we heard that there are 5 spirits in this room, right?
Yeah.
5?
So, you know, that
Five.
room box could get set up by someone else. Maybe those saints are kind of pissed off that we're just talking to the head over there. Maybe they got something to say about the whole thing.
Oh, you guys were talking to the saints as well? Oh yes, the voodoo head and the saints.
have to be to it.
Well, it's interesting because both of the artifacts are from Brazil,
Oh really?
right? The saints were, you know, it's an interesting story because if you think about it, the saints were brought in to displace the indigenous.
Yeah.
What are you looking for, Evan?
religion.
Who ended up doing that to her?
Dad, don't you have like a
Oh. But okay.
You guys have water by any chance?
Yeah.
I'll grab you. You got it?
Okay, that was eerie as
So
fuck.
5 spirits? How does he determine?
5 spirits.
The thing said 5.
Oh, really?
what is that thing?
The spirit box thing?
Yeah.
I got my lucky watches on. I have my lucky watch on.
What even is
Takes a lot to scare me, but I definitely got the willies.
Same
in the
here.
dark here with the fucking thing going on.
I think it wasn't the talking that got me. It was that thing going off twice.
I think we should run down what the
He's good.
relationship,
You're good at picking up stuff.
what's the
what the relationship
Yeah.
between those saints and that head
it's
is.
like is that
Oh wait, so the saints and head know each other.
Spins
I don't know,
around
they're from the
on,
same region.
Different channels and stops in random places that they think that spirits stop it and try to communicate that way. Like piecing together words from.
It makes a lot of sense that you're saying that because those are religious artifacts, and then you're asking the question if there's a heaven or a hell.
So we
and then we
believe
get that too.
this is one of the spirits, and those guys over there are one of those.
I mean, there's still nothing here, right?
We also have a light grenade.
You have a live grenade?
We have a grenade.
I hope it's not a live.
Yeah, I hope it's not live. That's not even have to say to have.
Well, either way, you know, don't
Yeah.
play with it.
Yeah, don't touch it. Yeah, I think
Uh,
that still baffles me.
I'd like to run down that need to see thing.
What's up?
She said need to see.
Need to see.
Yeah, her.
Head. She didn't want the glass
She
clean.
didn't want the glass. Wait, maybe we should put a light in there.
Ooh.
We've been wanting to put a light in there so people can more easily see her. It's a girl, right? Yeah, I think it is.
TV, ever seen anything like this?
No.
I've never even came close to
I've never
anything
seen
like
anything like
this.
this.
I've been around some people who like ghost hunting, but no, this is just next level.
All right, here we go. I'm taking this off. I'm going. And this is shooting this way, right? Can I turn it the other way so I can see?
Yeah. Here, let me just.
That's creepy.
Flip
That
camera.
thing goes off a
There you go.
third
You
time.
and then,
I think it might be reconsidering my
And yeah,
choices.
it's, yep, now you can face it the other
I think we
way.
should ask to see if any of those saints, any of the spirits from the saints are here too.
Okay, so
You
explain.
said there's 5 here, right?
So you.
So I mean, you
So
know,
if
we're always
that's
assuming that we're
counting,
talking to the shrunken head,
I think we might be talking to Shrunken Head.
but then your box is going off next to those.
This is TikTok now.
Uh-huh.
Don't you have like a power
Hey,
bank?
Can I see the flashlight real quick?
You.
This dude, he's gonna be like the investigator. He's like, it's 10:54. Like, it's a new-
You're charged up already?
the noose wave. We're gonna go
Jack's
to.
phone.
12 was the small one. It's right here. It's
I have a big battery bank in my car if you want.
Oh well,
10
when that charges up.
54.
All right.
I just hope we saved it, but it's live and that's what we're doing.
What do you see?
What?
Did save it.
these statues has 5 heads on the bottom of it?
No shit.
The one that's right next to my REM pod straight across?
How about that?
So hold on, you have to explain to the audience what's going on.
Well,
Oh,
we
yeah.
had the number 5 spirits, and there's 5 heads on the bottom of that statue right next to the REM pod.
This is what went off,
Yeah.
and these are what?
And there's not any of the other ones that have 5 heads. The only closest one, this one has 3, that has 2.
And
that
these
has, I
are
think, 4 at one
deities of some that from
These would be
Brazil, right?
These are Mary, and this would be Christ.
And supposedly, if they weren't getting what they want, they would take the Christ away, right?
Mhm.
That's like evil, messing with the wrong folks.
Where's the film? Where'd we put that?
Oh yeah.
Where'd we put the film? Since what was that?
Well,
for
that might
exactly?
be keeping that until another time. Has to be special. And this is we're on to something else.
That's you.
That's
setting
your
it up.
phone.
No, that's him. Just put your hand close enough. It'll go off.
Wow, so it takes that much to go
It
off.
takes that much to go off.
Oh, that's nuts, dude.
Yeah, you have to.
So that went off before.
That went off twice.
In
Yeah.
a row, like.
Yeah, in a row. Like I think
And
only
then
a
it went
couple
off
seconds apart.
before everybody else came in here. It had gone off twice as well. Dude, hey. Twice before, twice again, right? How many knocks did I hear in there? 2 drum beats, 2 knocks. How many did you say that it is with the bell?
8.
Yeah, so when we were in there, we got 2 drum beats, then we got another 2 knocks. This went off twice, and then this went off twice again. That's 8.
Well, you know, maybe the head is really good at the radio thing, and all the saints can get us some knocks on your.
Oh wait, let's see. Ask if it's the saints or it's the head.
Okay.
Or ask if it's it.
That's a good
Are
question.
we talking to the saints?
So it would be the statues behind us, because
Yes.
yeah, they're Mary, so they're not saints. So
Mary not a saint?
no,
No.
she was the Virgin Mary or the Mother Mary. Should be considered that. I don't think she was Saint Mary.
We pull out the paper.
Okay.
With this thing, we got some stuff over here.
So you get people
Were we
involved.
talking to the statues or the woman who is the shrunken head? I think that thing is whatever that. I think that swore actually.
Kind of like the statue to me, but. Well, I
You
know.
heard statue?
Yeah, but I'm no like professional ghost hunter like you.
No, it's actually it's like normal folks. Is these guys are I don't know.
Can you say it again? Try to be clear.
I heard head.
You heard what?
I heard head. You heard head real quick? Just penny 2.
I heard head. Yeah.
As well. Okay. Now we got 1 for statue, 3 for head.
Whoa.
Okay, one more time. Tell us, are we communicating with the shrunken head, or are we communicating with the statues? See, now I think we're just getting played with, because at first I thought I heard statues too now.
I heard we somewhere in there.
I wonder how many spirits are here now.
I mean, so many. Look at this place. This place is nuts.
To be fair, we have a crashed car, guns, a literal escape map for prisoners, a actual flag from a Nazi encampment, a K-bar knife, an M1 bar, plenty of armored plates, explosives. I mean,
Couple
old
machine guns definitely killed
Yeah.
a few folks.
helmets, all sorts of military stuff. So I'm just saying, with how much blood has probably been spilt over all of these objects, I would not be surprised if there's at least like a dozen ghosts, possibly, with just how much death is technically. We have katanas, guns, every kind of weapon that has probably been used. There's no way there are not at least 10 ghosts here.
How old are you?
Me, I am 15, soon to be 16.
Do you want to be a professional ghost hunter? Because you're good. You're just money in the bank. Yeah.
I'm a huge history nerd. I have been a huge history nerd and especially a weapons nerd.
Hey, stop squeaking your.
I thought, Dad. Yes, we're here with some real family members. My son here, Cameron, and we got Craig Carroll, here, one of the best friends here. We got some new friends here. Jack.
Rich is the president of the club. He's
Jack,
And the friendly ghosts.
the oracle of knowledge.
It's interesting. These they're called saint figures in this document, but
Really?
some of the figures, like there's one saint figure that does not date from the 18th century, is very possibly the rarest. She is a representation of Yansa in the Condal ritual, and a combination of the Virgin Mary and Santa Barbara in the Catholic Church.
Does it specify which one that is?
Figure number 11. I'm not sure.
Are they numbered up there?
We're about to find out.
No, I don't think they are.
Doesn't look like there's anything on them, unless they're underneath. Did they give it?
Yansa is one of the two figures that's not wood, but bara, a type of ceramic. The other bara figure is number 14.
So wood would have degrading, it would be more degraded.
Yeah, that's
a guess.
It's good, huh? Boy, he's good.
Yeah. It also would have more of a shine.
This one's definitely mine. The one that has the 5
It's like watches like everything on YouTube constantly,
I know, so does this one.
24/7.
Yeah.
I was like, go to sleep.
I know, believe me.
I see him like under the sheets, the little green.
Oh my
glow.
God, he does the same thing. Oh yeah. If anyone has a 16-year-old, they know. You know what? This is a new generation of ghost hunters. Though these are the kids that smart and they think they're not stuck in old thinking.
True. What about you, Phoebe? You believe
The
in
new
ghosts?
SB7 is just have the YouTube algorithm show me what I need to see.
What'd you say?
Have the YouTube algorithm show me what I need to see. You scroll reels on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but you ever asked ChatGPT if ghosts exist?
I have not, but I'm kind of thinking that AI chat is definitely getting strange lately because I work with it a lot. It's totally like it's getting sentient. No, really, it's like laughs when I laugh. Like, wait, how do you?
Have you ever asked ChatGPT how many R's are in the word strawberry?
Yeah, I heard that's a thing.
Why? What does it do?
It says 2, and you can't convince it.
Some new ones. I think they cracked that code. They're like, we're looking stupid.
It's just the nuance of the algorithm, right?
Funny.
But if you're like, how many R's are in straw? And it's like 1. How many R's are in berry? 2. All right, how many are in straw?
All right, what do you guys? What's going on here?
They're just looking to see if there's any tells on which ones are made out of wood and which ones are made.
We
Why is that
suspect
relevant?
this one is most likely ceramic, since most of the due to just it's different in general compared to most of them, as a more vibrant color than almost any of the other figures. If you look at them,
There's age on each one of them. There's flaking wood chips. Like this one has wood on the knee. This one.
and yet this one's so absurdly vibrant still. The gold leaf, everything about it is so vibrant compared to every other figure. It's also at the very top and one of the tallest ones.
It's like one of those cake shows. It's like, is it real cake or is it? And then you're looking at the gold and you're like, I don't know.
Just checking to make sure that's still alive.
Is it?
Yeah, the other thing I'm looking at is to see.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. Yep. The depiction of each one of these faces, because, like he was saying earlier, is it Mary or is it Madonna?
Mary would be holding the child for sure, so anything with the child in it would most likely have that. Also, Mary was well known for wearing blue
Yes.
in a lot of them,
Yep.
so that's the color
That
you
would be
want
that
to look
one.
for.
That one. But the blue didn't have all that. That's very. I think that's a Mother Mary that has been altered. Honestly, it looks like they've kind of adopted.
You know, but all of these are there was another religion, right? And
with the folks that come in and like, in the
Missionaries?
name of Christ, like stabbing you, like in the name of Jesus.
the Crusades, the
Yeah.
Templars.
So they come in and then
Knights
it's-
of the Templar.
they say this is now about this, and they give them these, but really, their old gods are in here, and this is let's be real, like this right here, you know, maybe this is their old gods, you know, which are like, yeah, he's one of
I want to
them.
know if that head has got beef with those saints.
That's not a bad question.
Right, I mean, it's like dueling, like
I guess.
Well,
there's
if
so
you're
many
talking about
different
dueling energies, you have a lot of things that have.
To be fair, we have German and American
Come on,
things.
show us around.
We have, okay, let's go over here. Just starting over here with everything. Okay, we have more modern things with, I don't know the exact one, I'm guessing it's the Israeli and Iraq war, where we had someone injured, for sure, since there are full pass-throughs of this armor here. A lot of them stop, but there are full pass-throughs. So someone was hurt, whoever was wearing this armor. Besides that, blood being spilled, and nearly every American soldier. This thing, there's no chance it hasn't seen blood. This wasn't issued a lot. This was a really heavy gun. It had a slow and fast fire rate.
Guys, just quiet just a little bit. I'm doing that.
It fires 30-06. It's a very powerful gun, super heavy. It wasn't a very common gun to see with the Americans, but when it was used, it was very powerful. And then you have probably one of the most ruthless weapons during World War I and World War II. I'm not looking at the machine gun, which was vicious on its own. So you have barbed wire, but chemical weapons. Chemical weapons and the K-bar, this is one I'm assuming from 1943 to 1944.
Is that
so
what a
it's
bayonet?
shorter.
You mean? What is it?
A K-bar. It's a blade that is more traditionally. It has a hack. It's good for hacking.
So it's a hand to hand. You get close.
It's a hand-to-hand, but it's able to go on a Kar 98K or other.
The U.S. Marine Corps.
And it's also this one is the bayonet for the German Kar 98K, and this is older one because it's about, if I had to guess, 9 inches, which most ones before it were about 10 to 11 inches. And then we have probably one of the most cursed things we have here, an actual Nazi flag from a camp. This is a real Nazi flag. Not compared to the good luck flag. This is called a good luck flag. This is not really a negative thing. The symbol on it, like what symbolizes is such hatred.
That's right.
And it's also so many people were killed for this.
How about this thing?
Just this here, this is a prop, sadly.
This is a prop?
This is a prop. It is a prop machine gun.
Okay.
It's more like the idea behind it. But yeah, this is an actual escape map used by prisoners in World War II. Yes.
Wait, this one here.
Yes.
In Belgium, Holland. What?
Yeah, this map's a lot bigger. It's on a smaller thing, but yes. And just throughout this entire section, there's so many various things used for killing. Artillery shells could have killed hundreds of people. We have knives, guns, and we have old pilots, World War I helmets, World War II helmets, all sorts of training, paratroopers. Shovels, which were well known to be not just used as actual digging objects, but were well known in World War I and sometimes in World War II as actual bashing and trench warfare objects. And we have plenty of other things here that are associated with a negative force or something that could be considered evil or vindictive in some way due to the energy or history behind it. Everything here is an interesting story. We have katanas over there that are from a more earlier time before it was popular for them to be encrusted with things, which shows they were used in a more battle sense than actual sense of adornment or actual love and care. It was used as a weapon.
Let's go look at the shrunken head. It's a 15-year-old kid right now who's just crushing the game.
Okay, let me put my light on. This is our lovely shrunken head here.
Ooh, sorry.
I don't know her name, but
How do you know it's a girl?
I'm assuming due to the hair and the facial features being more feminine, even without the skull, you can still see the basic facial features, and especially the more predominant upper lip was more common with women.
Why is there a shrunken head here?
It could be due for various reasons, but one of the reasons they could be used is basically a sense of keeping someone around that you lost or loved, or sometimes in other ways it was used as a way, correct me if I'm wrong, as a way to scare off others or attackers.
So it's not. I thought it was just the enemies they do that with.
Sometimes. It really depends. Later on, it became more of a tourist thing where they would take their dead and do this. But it is a symbolism of some sort of religious status, of a sense, or a fear to it.
Right. We've got these two young ghost hunters here. These guys. I mean, I just set you off, dude, to a new career. I love it. You're good, and you dish up the goods real nice, and that's how we get it. That's how we get. It's people that say, pass the baton, like.
But if you want to see the actual katanas that I was talking about earlier, here you go. Here.
Oh.
If you look at them, they're, instead of them, all of these sorts. Not all of them are katanas.
What is a katana?
A katana is more traditionally a sword that has been folded in such a way that
right.
it's more traditionally what happens is you'll take steel, they'll hammer it out and go over it multiple times, traditionally 11 to 12, I believe, and then they'll put a layer of clay on what's called the spine of the blade and the handle, giving it its natural curved shape as the knife is heated in a
Right.
different
So these
way.
are for battle. These are Japanese.
Yes.
Japanese?
They're Japanese. They're more actually. These are originally. I believe these are Chinese
Oh right.
or Mongolian.
Sure.
Because that was during more of the time. Japanese is unfairly presumed. That's only because during the Second World War, and the First World War, some Japanese did use it in battle. But I believe it's originally from Mongolia or China.
I mean, this place is full of just. Look at these things. What